Folks, I know there's a history here. I'd like to get this hearing in today. You know, everybody needs to just focus on the relevant facts, okay? I know there's a history here.
Are you talking up by Sunset Mart? Up the hill by the gas station?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you? All right, who's responsible here?
What's that?
Who's responsible here? Whose house is this?
You haven't been drinking or anything, right?
No.
Okay, drive careful, okay?
Thank you.
This is what the other group had that ran away.
Oh, really? You just ditched it? Awesome.
Those ones kept walking to the car.
That's truly for the win.
That I was given to. So there was 2 different discs. Okay, they all knew about it.
We're not here to talk about the alcohol stuff, okay?
Okay.
But this is the second noise complaint we've had here tonight within 2 hours.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know why we're here?
I see noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Big speaker right there.
Yeah.
Nothing against having a party. Once neighbors start calling in, then we have an issue.
Like brains, and like if you need a lot of brains, you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah. What is everybody? Welcome to the Transparency Idaho4 tonight. Jack, it's actually John Jack Showalter. Interview number 2 with the Idaho State Police. This was December the 6th, 2022. Just a couple weeks, 3 weeks before the arrest of Brian Kohlberger. They don't do this interview in the comfort of his own home. They bring him down to the station. So we have Showalter in studio. He is in an actual interrogation room. So that is interview number 2 here. It's a lengthy interview. But before we get started with that, a couple things. There was a big old meeting down in Ada County this morning. I don't know if people were there by Zoom. Some people may have, yeah, I mean, maybe Hitler just drove to work, but big old meeting down in Ada this morning. What's going on? Have no idea, but guess what? Idaho is on fire. Okay. Now, Chris released his book. He came out, or was it last week, maybe at the end of the week before, dropped his book actually on the 28th. Was that yesterday, officially? And June 1st, we're going to have another book. Your author, Cy Ray, dropping a book June 1st. June 1st. Uh-oh. Name of that book. Is there an echo? Oh, hold on. Is that better? No echo? The Truth Line The Truth Line. Ray dropping a book June 1st. The Truth Line. Not better? Hold on one second. Hold on. All right, how's that on the echo? Let me know on that sound. Let's see here. I was messing with my stuff earlier. Let's see though. Testing. How's that? Nope. Better. No echo, just hollow. I was working on some things, so that's probably why. I was banging on some stuff. I just don't want it to echo. Sounds like I'm in an empty room. Hey, can you close that door over there? See if this helps. Anyways, welcome into the Transparency. Welcomes you guys. Ray dropping a book June 1st. Let's see. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to get you guys an opportunity to pre-register, pre-order. I'm going to get you all hooked up here. That's going to be, I'm actually going to be doing a live about it all tomorrow night. I just wanted to bring it to you guys tonight. So tomorrow I'll give you guys all the deets. We'll get you guys able to pre-order. Oh, you know what? It is because of that. Hang on. I figured out what the problem was. Hang tight. You just hit my head. This book is $95. $95 per book. The Truth Line. Oh, it's I think he's going pound. He's gonna get a piece of that flesh back. I think Hitler, you know, he's gonna go get his pound of flesh back. So wait for this shit. Again, we're gonna talk about it all tomorrow night. Join me back tomorrow night, but giving you the news tonight. Ray, author of The Truth Line. So here we go. There will not be an echo here. I promise you in 1 second. I figured out what the issue was.
How's everything been going? I just been playing low. I was going to go to Moscow yesterday, but decided not to do that.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to just record this so you guys know so I don't have to take notes. Okay. Maybe. But like,
Last time or no?
no, that's Detective Miller.
He looks kind of like him.
Yeah, they look similar. They're both kind of goofy. Well, this thing has been working. Yeah, I got it. So since the last time I talked, I know you and your family have taken a lot of crap online. I hope you're not reading it or anything.
They blurred this out.
What about you? Were you? Detectives up there running around, gathering phone information, gathering videos from private residences, from businesses. The crime scene's basically completed now, so there's stuff at the lab.
Yeah.
Stuff, fingerprint stuff, the typical stuff we collect from crime scenes. And there's probably, I wouldn't even guess how many interviews completed. And I told your mom when we were texting yesterday to set this up, you're further from a person of interest than even were the day that we first spoke. So, but with that, we do have some new individuals that we're kind of interested in.
Connor Chestnut. Again, this interview is with Jack Showalter, Hoodie guy. This is his second interview, and this is with Idaho State Police. Look at all this shit that they've taken out. You want to know why? Because this is about the third-party culpability. Again, if you guys just joined me, Cy Ray is dropping his book June 1st. June 1st. I'll be interviewing Cy Ray. So.
And I think the first time that I spoke to you, we didn't go over the Saturday. We kind of focused on from when you went to the corner club and then your activities that you got back home. I want to go back a little further in that. And when I'm talking to you, remember we have all this video, and we have I may ask you a bunch about clothing or whatever if you can remember what people were wearing, and vehicles. Vehicles are another big thing. And we're getting around it that time. So on Friday night, what did you do Friday night?
Like my habit kind of is, like Thursday night, that's kind of when people start going out for like it's early weekend. So I usually kind of go out like Thursday night and just hang out Friday, just doing assignments or something like that. So I usually don't like go out back-to-back nights. So I think that was like one of the weekends where I went out Thursday, stayed in Friday, went out Saturday, stayed home Sunday watching football. So that's usually how my weekends kind of go, like on a normal basis. So like I don't think I was really doing anything that I can remember. I'd probably just be at home, like hanging out.
Okay.
But I can't really recall specifically what I was doing necessarily.
So not much on a Friday. Now, did you know that it was some formal for the sorority? I mean, do you know what was going on campus on that night?
I mean, maybe, I don't know, like I feel like there's always stuff going on. I'm always taking part in certain activities, like I don't care about certain things, so I don't know. Really pay attention.
Okay. Did you know that the house where the homicide took place, that they had a party that night?
I mean, not that specific night. I heard about them having, I think, a party Saturday maybe. I don't know. Maybe I think it was game day. I thought they had people. I don't know.
Okay, and
So people usually just say King Street, and there's like 6-7 different houses people like be going to. It's like,
okay. And when you say when we're talking, if you would help me out, whether you knew that prior to the the homicide or is stuff you've learned afterwards. Okay.
I don't really, for the most part, like I went to, I think on game day, an apartment at the Whites, but for the most part, I don't like. Like, I don't really hear about that stuff that much. I don't really care to like go there.
Okay.
Like it's all, I would say I heard it afterwards.
Okay. So Saturday morning is game day. Walk me through that day, what you do, who you were with.
Are you asking him again because he's still a suspect? Or are you asking him so much about him?
Because he's going to be with somebody, I think, on that day that I want to know and corroborate the activities.
Okay.
Yeah. For the most part, I don't really remember what we did.
Actually, his mom is actually in there with him. So it's John Jack Showalter, his mom, and then we have on the right and the left here 2 Idaho State Police detectives, and I'm pulling up their names now.
I don't think I went. I didn't go to the game. I just remember. It's hard to remember these days. The only thing I remember from that day is like going to that White's apartment, like going back from there in my place, and then going to the bars later. Like I don't really remember specifics, and then there was just like a ton of people there. It's like usually when it's game days, like everyone just like meets, so there's just like a ton of people like coming and going from the bar, like people I know and people I don't know. There's also a ton of people I just don't know because over like the 3 years of college, I was pretty much like in a relationship, so I was hanging out with like my girlfriend instead of meeting a lot of these people. Like that's why a lot of people think I'm kind of sus because I don't talk to a lot of these people on campus because I was doing other stuff like relationship stuff.
Okay, okay.
So like I don't know, I just like hang out with my friends and like if I don't know you, I'm not really gonna talk to you. So like there's a ton of people I saw that day that like I don't really know.
Okay. I'm going to bring up a name, which I know you know him.
Yeah.
Were you with that day?
Yeah.
Okay.
My good friend.
I know. So what time did you meet up with?
I have no clue. I don't know if I can see my maybe. What date was that?
It would be the 12th.
I don't know. It's just hard to think of like times. It's like it'd have to be. I can't remember if it was like after the game or before the game. But I don't even remember what time the game was.
It was an afternoon game, if I remember right.
But I assume we were like, I don't know, late, like early afternoon maybe. I don't know.
Well, can you remember, did you meet up with him at the house?
No, I don't think I ever went to the. They might have came to my house for a second, just because I lived right next to them. They might have. Him and maybe might have came to my house, but I can't remember if that actually happened before. You said the 12th.
Yes.
So the messages I have is I said, yo, he said, what's up? This is at 4:16 now. And I said, you still at the Whites? And he said, yeah, I'm trying to get food. And I said, where you at? And I said, at my place, I had to take some ibuprofen and stretch my back. My back is ducked. Grabbed me a couple beers if there's any left. Because they were like, the girls like bought like a party pool of beers for everyone. So,
Okay.
And I don't have messages from him until the 14th. About like, that's when we were talking about it, like you're leaving, like we're leaving.
Okay. So yeah, you guys been at the party yet, or did you?
So I would say if that was at 4 o'clock, I would assume they're going from anywhere from like 12 to like maybe probably like 12 o'clock, 11 ish. They probably started having people over at the Whites, but I don't know when we went there. Like probably before 4, maybe 2, 1.
Okay. And some of the stuff I'm going to tell you, we've gotten from. So I mean, if you can't remember well, I'm going to have to tell you stuff to remind you. Okay. So then where did you guys obviously bring stuff? So
I think Kaylee, I definitely do remember Kaylee and that. That's where that picture was taken.
you're taking that all over.
Yeah, that's where that. I remember them all going out and taking that picture and stuff.
Okay. And you weren't friends with
mutually friends, because like there's like people I have classes with, like there's just like people I know, and then there's people I just like know but don't know. Like it's just a small place. Like I don't know them, but like we just all hang out. Like I don't know. We all commingle kind of. So there's just a bunch of people I don't know, and there are people I do know. Like I didn't know Kaylee, but like I've seen her around and stuff, so I like recognize her and stuff.
So which one out of the group did you know the best?
Maddie. I have like class with Maddie. She's in my grade, so I've just known her since like freshman year.
Okay.
Has always seen her. He just has always hung out at like the house through the years and stuff.
When, excuse me for not remembering, what year in school are you guys? Okay. And he's the same, I guess. So you guys are at the White's party. Do you remember leaving that party?
I mean, yeah, I went back and forth between my house a few times, I think, to like chill, because I was having like a messed up back, so it was like kind of hard for me to like stand up all day, so I was like getting really sore and stuff, so I was going back to my place a lot to like just sit down for a second. But I don't know, I'd say, I don't even know if I went back after, I don't think I went back after 4 or 5, I think.
So when that text string's going on, you don't return back to the White's party?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you remember going back to the with?
Not really. I don't know. It's just hard because like this is like one of the reasons like I wanted to like go out with Kaylee and Maddie when they asked me like go to the other bar when we ended up not doing that. But it's like because we do the same thing so often, like all these days just like seem like
Go together.
Yeah, it's like hard to precisely pick apart days because I feel like we do like very similar stuff. So it's like hard to pick apart when I was actually like drinking and stuff.
Well, we've been told, and people have said that you and
Connor
get a ride from, I guess, the dude. I can't remember his name. And
DD that day.
yeah, we have, I don't even know, or something like that.
I don't even know all the freshmen's names.
So, and
I have the sober driver's name as Tallman. 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 That's the name of that's the last name of the guy that Chris Watts shared a fucking cell with.
this one's he says that he takes you up to get take the two of you, not just you.
What the hell happened here? Oh, is that the end of that one?
Go together.
Okay. Hold on one second. Now I have to put up, they had to divide these up into 3 because they were so large.
So you don't recall going back to the house and end up splitting the beer up? So you don't recall going back to the house and end up splitting the beer up?
Sounds like what we do, but like we do that all the time. Like that's a very normal for you too. Like I can think of us doing that like that happens all the time. It's hard to like specifically. I don't know.
Well,
It's hard to all day, you know.
right. Look at that text string you were reading me, because I've seen that text string from a different phone. And then later in that text string, you're getting ready to come back home and you asked to return the bag.
Okay, yeah, that was that night. Yeah, okay. So I think he fell asleep. I think he passed out. Because we were chilling, I think he passed out, and I didn't have my backpack, so I just took one of his bags, took my like 15 or whatever was left, and just I think I went home or something.
Okay. And then,
Yeah, that does sound
okay.
because I had his bag and I had to return it.
And then do you see the rest of the night?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so because I went out to the bars and he doesn't.
So, and you leave eventually. Do you remember how you got to the corner club?
Probably the DD.
Okay. And we're just going to run through this again quick. Oh, I know. Do you remember what was wearing that day? How did he normally dress?
Maybe like some Air Force Ones, jeans, t-shirt.
Does he dress kind of like you do, or well, but all you kids wear hoodies and.
Yeah, I think like he'll wear like flannels and stuff, but we dress similar.
Okay. And then pretty good on. Well, you never. The next time you contact is when you guys have contact.
I think that was probably in the morning when they called me because they were like trying to. I didn't even know what was going on that morning with all this stuff, and they called me because I like lived back there, and they were like, "Do you know what's going on by your place?" Like, that's like the first I heard from them. Like, I think they called me that they were together. I think they went and got food that morning or something, and they called me.
Think went and got that much. Yeah. So, okay.
But I don't think I really heard from them that night.
When, and obviously you're not going to be able to because you can't remember, but you don't recall any strange people or strange individuals, cars around your neighborhood on the 12th, but you guys were all partying?
I mean, like, the thing is, like, it's just nothing seems, like, suspicious up there. Like, first off, I'm not looking for anything, and there's nothing, like, to recall, but nothing's out of the ordinary. Like, I don't know. It's just everything seemed normal, you know? Didn't seem like anything was weird. That's
A typical Saturday night in Moscow.
Yeah, that's why it was, like, crazy when you started hearing all the rumors in the morning, because, like, it doesn't seem like shit was real, and, like, stuff's actually going down. Because nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Like, I said goodbye to Maddie, like I was going to see her on Tuesday. Seemed like a normal night. Like, she got picked up, like, that's normal. We have ride share or TDs or I guess Uber. I didn't know we had Uber, but that's cool.
Yeah, we know every Uber driver, every food driver, every Lyft driver.
Yeah, I didn't know we even had Uber in Moscow. I think that's a new thing. So I just assumed it was like a DD picking them up because usually the sororities, I don't think have DDs, but they usually like will use the guys DDs and stuff. So I just assumed it was just going home. So they're pretty drunk.
What kind of guy is he?
He's kind of like me, I guess. He's pretty laid back and quiet. Like, I definitely, some people, if you don't know him well, probably think he's kind of maybe an outsider, just because he's quiet. He's a very quiet kid, and if he's not like comfortable around you and doesn't open up, like I don't know, he's just like me. We don't fuck with people unless like you're our friends. I guess I'm trying to say, but like he's a really like great guy, and for, like I know he wouldn't have like done this shit for sure. And I don't know how to explain it. But he's a great guy. Like he's just always had my back for like anything that's ever happened. Like if we have someone like messing with us or something like, or I don't know, like he's just been my buddy like a ride.
Yeah, you guys do.
I don't know how to explain it.
And then ended up at UOI.
Like I came up here with him and my buddy who doesn't go here anymore. It's just college didn't work out for him. But, like I don't know, we were just like he was like this other friend where we like talking about like where we wanted to go to school together and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm really bad at explaining things. But I don't know. I just think he's a really great guy. I think Maddie for sure likely cared about him a ton because they were kind of close before.
Okay, all I did, I mean, obviously I've dug through everybody's
Yeah.
lives. And
Obviously, I've dug through everybody's life. The fuck you have. He's talking about Connor Chestnut. Connor Chestnut and Maddie have hooked up in the past. And so they're Connor Chestnut's from Boise, Jack's from Boise, Dylan's from Boise, Lakeland's from Boise. This interview is with Idaho State Police. That's not Payne. Okay. I believe that that's Schwacky on the right with the hat. And I want to say Mooney, but
It's not something he really talks about too. He doesn't really talk about his. There's not really something he hasn't really bragged about the girls he's with and stuff really. So I just, because I'm his friend, I knew they hang out. But like,
did he ever talk about them, about their trip to,
I know he went to, but I mean, I not like specifically them going together, but I know like a lot of people went to.
a lot of people in this whole circle were talking about the Matthews, the Kayleys, was it a big group like that going down?
Yeah, so like one of our, I think it's just like a spring break thing that they got a bunch of the college kids together. Because I think someone in my house was like I'm trying to think of the right word, but like not a rep, but like he was set and he's like connected with this organization to try and help make it easier for everyone to go.
Like travel agent?
Yeah.
there it is. Eco Shield. Dude. Fucking dead. Showalter, I love you. I love you for saying it.
He was like setting everyone up. Like, let me know if you want to. Oh, this is what we're doing. So then just a bunch of girls, a bunch of guys, and different fraternities. And so,
Okay.
like a ton of people.
Right.
They weren't like they weren't like Maddie.
No, there was a lot of college kids from up there went down there.
But yeah, it's just like one of our dudes was like, yeah, if you guys want to go, this is how much it's going to cost. What are you doing? This is what we're doing. So,
Why won't you ask who it is?
I want to spend money. It's like $1,000 or something.
What dude?
Yeah. How long, from what I've known, Xana's kind of been on and off with someone. She's younger than us, so she's been kind of on and off with like or something. I know she was always kind of with like the other dudes, and then she's been with this other, like this Ethan guy, I guess, and they seem like they've been happy and doing great. And I didn't know Kaylee that well, and I didn't even know that she had that ex-boyfriend or whatever, but I don't know. But I know he didn't really talk to Xana or Kaylee, but I know he did hang out with Maddie.
And then the other,
I'm explaining things terribly.
no, that's okay. That's okay. And then the other two, was her name, and then
Yeah, I don't know those chicks like at all.
okay.
I couldn't even like put a. If you showed me a picture of them, I'd probably be like, okay, I've seen them. But like,
Yeah, you know.
Like, yeah, I really like Maddie. I know Xana just from like hanging around, but like I know Maddie from class and stuff. But like those other people, like I really don't know at all. Like the roommates, Ethan. I don't think I've ever said a word to Ethan.
Okay. Did go over to that house much? Do you know?
Not that I really know of. I mean, maybe like hang out because he got it's kind of like my fault. Like, makes understanding of like just drunken beefing with people. But he's supposed to be coming back in February, but so he's just been laying low for the time being, and like I'm sure he goes to like those parties when I'm at the bars is what I'm trying to say. So like usually at the bars, I don't necessarily know what he's doing every night because usually he's just hanging out at home. But he's been laying pretty low.
Okay. I'm gonna
This is so awkward. Just fucking bizarre. Why?
No, we're hotheads for sure. Like if someone like never, I don't say really like we're not gonna hit girls and shit like that. But like if a guy's beefing with like we're
you
chill,
guys hold your ground.
yeah, we're chill. But like if someone's beefing with us, we're gonna like hold our ground. And like I don't know, like it's usually like not a big of a deal. And like I think stuff does get blown out of proportion. It's usually just drunk college kids butting heads, and you like have a little scuffle, like and
Right.
whatever.
Okay. Is there like competition? But okay. Is there like competition between fraternities?
But I mean, there's this play like it's kind of like some fraternities just kind of don't like for different reasons, whether it's like the people and you kind of like beef with those kids, and then sometimes it's like I don't know there's not like competition, but everyone definitely wants to be like the better house. You know, like it's not like we're competing, but everyone definitely wants to be like the top house.
Right.
Like that. So like I don't know, everyone wants to.
Our house.
We're all alphas and shit like that, so everyone wants to like be the. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like explaining something. But I don't know. It's just I think these guys just get hot-headed, and I see it all the time. Even not my friends, I see other people like doing like get in arguments about just stupid shit. But,
Well, exactly. How many? I've been there a few times in my life. How many times a weekend are there these types of incidences between not with you, but just in the bar on a given Saturday night?
it's usually not. People aren't really usually getting in fights at all. That's pretty like random. I don't know, like people get like too drunk and kicked out, or like they're talking to the bartender. But I don't know, like.
So are those the things that can get you kicked out, talking shit to the bartender?
Yeah, like people just be like giving the bartender attitude. And like they obviously most of the time know you're kind of a regular, so it's like if you're gonna act like that, it's like we don't.
There's the door.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you gotta act right, or you're gonna have a temporary ban or something. I don't know. And usually we know all the bartenders, so like that's. Sometimes you can get like some people get too comfortable like talking to them because they're drunk, and then the bartender's just over it, like after you're done.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely not a lot of fights at the club.
It's a pretty mellow campus, isn't it? I mean, compared to WSU.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. It's like people definitely butt heads, but at the end of the day, like I don't know. I think it's just wake up and it's like, oh, that was stupid. Like just drunken stuff.
Okay. Back to that party at the White Swan, thinking about it. I mean, I've seen the pictures. We have a ton of video. I don't go to school there or anything. Do you remember any like alumni or people that aren't enrolled in school there present at that party? I guess like right outside of you if you don't know that.
I don't know. Unless they were.
The two people that are interviewing here, I found it: Jack Catlin and Tim Hopkins.
Was it a pretty much a party at the Whites, or was
Seemed like, because I think there was a bunch of, not a bunch, I don't know. I think there was maybe something, because there's obviously, Ethan was there, and he's died, so I think some of his friends were with him. But I don't know, like, yeah, there's like my friends, and then there's some people obviously that I just don't know what house they're in. They might be in Seakai.
but no older people that?
Not that I can really recall.
Okay. What about at the corner club? You run into a bunch of alumni.
I'm pretty sure there was some alumni, because I think some people came up for the football game. I don't remember like which ones were there.
But no one harassing the girls or anything like that.
That's what like it's so crazy. Like it was such a chill night. Like it was a very chill night. That's why it was like crazy about everything. Because like we do have nights where obviously like we'll get in fights, but like I didn't hear of anything like going on. I feel like everyone was just in a good mood that day.
Okay. So, going back to your story, once they get the ride from the silver car that took them away, you walk back.
Yeah.
You walk back.
Because I thought, I don't remember, I think when I was talking to you, I thought it was later than it was. But it was either closer to or after 2, and I was just like, I think just in my mindset, I was like, I don't want to sit here and wait for my DD to come get me, or like, so I was like, I'm just gonna walk. So I just went straight from there, because I thought we were gonna go to the other bar, but like that didn't happen. But that's not a big deal to me. They were drunk. They're going home. Like I'm not gonna think, oh, you're not gonna go to the bar with me. I feel like I'm a pretty chill person. Like that's why I was like came back in line. Like I'm not the type of person that's just gonna like crap over them and like get mad about what they're doing. So yeah,
Well, just so you know, I have no concerns about the video at the truck.
but that's just a lot of people are having.
A lot of people do.
There's a lot of internet detectives and stuff I found out.
My thought process was like, it's cold out, but I have my coat and stuff. It's not that far of a walk. I'm not gonna sit here and it wasn't that big of a deal to walk home that night. I don't know why. I just didn't want to wait for the DD, or he might have not even been working at that point. I don't know, because they're allowed to stop taking calls at 2.
Okay. So you go home, and your story is pretty much like you told me the last time.
Passed out. Like I went like right to bed. I was pretty.
Okay. And then you get up watching the football, and then the cell phone starts. When you do leave town, because we were told you left town the next day, which is
I left the 14th or 15th.
You left on the 13th, 15th.
We got back on Monday, and we went
You came
home.
home
Well, it was Monday.
You came home Monday, not Sunday.
Yeah, I just don't like, and the reason I did is just because like all my friends were just like, yeah, I'm out of here. Like I'm not gonna stay up here. Like everyone is. Yeah.
And
They already said like our clan casted. I think for the most part they were already like rumoring about going like online, like or like canceling our classes for that week up until Thanksgiving. So like there's really like
go back for a week and then dead week.
there was no reason to like stay there at that point, because they weren't like saying we had to be there for school, and like we were kind of hearing rumors. And also at that point, I didn't really care about school. Like, I didn't want to stick around for school. That shit was going on.
Okay, but did you stop by and see before you left town?
Yeah, I took my backpack.
Okay, and that's the backpack from the beer, and I think it said a TV cable or something.
Yeah, I think it was Friday. I think it was Friday, Richard. It was one of the college football days. We were watching the college football games, and it was like a HDMI, like goes to the computer, so you can put the computer on the TV.
Okay.
Because we're so yeah, I just had his cable in his backpack. Do you want this before we go? So I think I stopped there on my way out of town.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the string or message string.
What the fuck is the point of this interview?
What was while we've been doing this investigation, what was standing with the? Okay. Any problems? I mean, I'll just be honest with you. I heard the frat was on national probation or something.
Our fraternity?
Yeah.
We've always been.
Okay. So since you've been a member, you've been on probation.
On and off. Like it's very easy
to get on probation. I don't know. I was never in a fraternity, so
yeah. I don't know. When I originally joined the fraternity, I thought it would be like Animal House. We have a lot more rules than I thought, and yeah, they harp on us pretty bad. So we get in trouble for very little things. And I also feel like nationally they just like find any little excuse to like not let us do things. Like I don't know. We were in trouble before I came up to this house. Like when I was a freshman from years before us, they were on probation, so we couldn't do anything my freshman year. And then like we get off probation, and then like one little thing would happen. You're like, okay, you got to back on.
And what does probation mean? I mean, I just got this is my curiosity. So
I mean, I don't even really know what it is. Like it's supposedly like I think less events. Like, you know, like we barely have parties at our house. Like we throw like one party a year sometimes because we can never are allowed to like actually throw parties. So it's usually just like, yeah, you can't have the house might be dry, no alcohol in the house. But
even for upper age guys,
it's kind of hairy. It's hard to tell a 21, 22-year-old you can't drink in your house. But
right?
It's mostly for you're not supposed to get the younger people fucked up pretty much. Like you're not supposed to be doing active stuff down maybe.
And then what's your standing in the house? Okay. So if you're a member, yeah. I mean, is it like my golf dues where I have to pay my dues and?
Well, it's just for me. Yeah, like Mondays or different because Mondays we'll have chapter, which is where we just all meet, talk about what's going on in the week. Like someone fucked up, like tell them they're an idiot, shit like that.
So it's not like Animal House down in the basement. It's more formal.
Well, it's not. It's pretty casual, but like we'll just like if we have important stuff coming up, we'll talk about what's coming up. Like if we have events coming up, we'll talk about it. We'll plan stuff a little bit. If someone did do something stupid, we'll discuss it and be like, why did you do that? Like stuff like that.
Okay. So who are the officers of the frat?
Yeah, so we have like and then you have sergeant at arms. They just kind of like make sure everyone's not. I mean, kind of keeps the meetings in order, and then he's in charge of punishment. So if someone does do something really stupid, we have H board, which will like be like fines or some sort of cleaning, or we have different punishments if someone does something really stupid. Like we don't let just everything slide. There's consequences for people's actions in our house. So that's sergeant at arms, secretary. So he just takes notes in all of our meetings, in those chapter meetings. which are it's pretty brief notes, but just so if you aren't there, we just keep track of what we talk about, and if you aren't there, you can know what we talked about. And then we have like academic, which is in charge of making sure everyone's, especially the freshmen, making sure they're on top of their academics so they can't like party and stuff. Got like the rush chairs, which are pretty much just in charge of the incoming freshmen recruiting over the summer. Those are like the main three. Oh, and then treasurer, who's in charge of all the finances of the house, collecting the dues, what we do with all our money, keeping like Excel spreadsheets. But, like the main people are treasurer, VP, and president. Is kind of the main.
So I'm going to imagine the treasurer is probably the most reliable individual. Because I mean, what kind of money are we talking?
It's a lot of money.
And then does that get up to the national chapter, or where's all that money?
Not too entirely sure because I've never been, and I don't think they trust me with all that money. But I don't know. I'm sure. I think there's just some bank account. I know is kind of in charge of it, but then we have like alumni who are kind of overseeing everything. And I know we have like an accountant alumni who kind of oversees.
Oh, okay. So there's like a CPA, a real CPA.
Yeah, they like deal with everything, but then they have to like submit it, I think.
Okay.
I've never really dealt with the treasurer side of things, but yeah, it's definitely we take VP and president are very serious, but like treasurer is one of our most important positions, obviously, because if you have a terrible treasurer, then our finances go up to the roof.
Okay, now I have to go to the third one. This is just fucking ridiculous.
And that's always just been a house that, as long as I can remember, our out of house have like upperclassmen have lived at if they're not living at the house.
Now, the chapter wouldn't have any control over that, right? So it's fair game down there.
Yeah, it's just been out of house.
Okay.
And even like sometimes there's been times where there's like not like a certain room necessarily. It's not always a fully house. Sometimes there's like they've had like a football kid with the professor. Yeah, professor lived upstairs.
Since you bring up professor, I learned something kind of recently new. And this I would imagine would be rumor to you, but have you heard of any of the girls at the city having a romantic relationship with a professor?
I did hear some about that. It was weird as hell. I don't think there's any actualness to that. I think that's just total crap. That sounds so weird to me.
Besides because do you know what, did Kaylee do other jobs? I mean, did she have it besides be a student?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've seen her around. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I was thinking about Maddie for the most part. Maddie was Kaylee. I didn't know Kaylee was Kaylee until afterwards. And people were like, yeah. I didn't know Kaylee was like the person with us.
oh, even at the night at the
bar and that real program, I didn't really talk. I was talking to Maddie for the most part. And we probably talked, but like, all the time.
These people can fucking take their interviews and shove them up their ass. This is bullshit. These people are out of this. These people are fucking out of their mind.
She's a really nice person. Always thought she was a nice person. When I was dating my girlfriend, and she'd come over for like events and stuff, she was always nice to my girlfriend. So I just thought of her as a friend. And when she was like, "You want to go to this other bar?" It sounded fun. It's not like I don't hang out there that much. Like in that situation, like I don't necessarily go to different bars with her a lot. Like that was a pretty random thing, but it just sounded fun because we always do this.
Yeah, 'cause you didn't plan on meeting her there or anything. That's just getting that bar drinking and and there you go.
Yeah, we just like brought up stuff. You want to go? I forget what she wanted something to eat from John's Alley. I don't remember what it was, but they were talking about it. And she's like, "Do you want to go?" I was like, "Sure."
Did since you've gotten back, back then, who mainly do you hang out with? Then you seem
Every once in a while, he's been kind of really just hanging out at home for the most part. Just playing like Xbox and stuff. I think he's been playing just well, I guess.
it's like
He's gone out to the bars with me a couple times.
Nothing. We can't know anything about Connor Chestnut. Get the fuck out of here.
But I mean, also, I heard this morning that your parents have taken you to Africa. You're on some hideout in Africa.
Yeah, I wish.
So you can see how reliable the internet is.
Like it's crazy that like I don't know, that like you'd even like go to there. Like why would you? Just crazy that someone would like call and do that. It just seems like a really weird thing to do. Like you're bored, gonna call the police if someone's mom.
Well, that is we see it quite often with the anonymous tip lines. Not only do we get the psychics, but you get that kind of stuff also. But I mean, we're obligated to check everything.
Yeah.
What's his motive?
But he's also pretty quiet. Like I feel like he's kind of like a tough, hard-shelled dude. Like he might talk about things, but if stuff is going on, he might not necessarily talk about it.
Okay.
This is the worst interview I've
Anybody
ever
else
seen.
that you hung out with down here? And I don't mean just hang out, but anybody else? Have you guys? Is there a group of you that have discussed theories or whatever, or what happened up there that night or day?
Everyone just always asks me if like I know anything, and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking clueless. This is hella confusing. Like, it's annoying because everyone like thinks I'm shit. I don't know anything. Like I don't know. I try. I don't really have any theories. It's just like just mind blowing. Like this happens, and like I feel like because I always thought like the student body would be able to figure this out before you guys know. And that's just because like we know our community. It's just weird that
We would have thought. I mean, quite frankly, we would have figured that you guys would know more than us.
That's why
You guys lived there and party together.
That's why it's like crazy to us as a community. I think that's why so many people are scared. Because I think we would. I thought like within a week we'd be able to like be like this person. Oh no, I feel like everyone's just clueless. And, it just seems weird. It seems like someone just popped in and vanished.
Well, which was one reason I was asking you about if there were any strangers. I mean, you know, one of the problems we're facing is you had an out-of-town game, home game for WSU, and you have a U of I game going on the same day. There's a ton of strange people in that valley.
I mean, at the bars, I can't recall like anyone being weird. I mean, and if someone was like, people get too drunk and get kicked out, and like it's like, oh, see, and like that happens. But like, other than maybe someone being too drunk, like I don't think that I can recall any like outsider or anyone being like acting strange. Just seemed really normal. You know, I keep saying that, but like it seemed like a totally normal.
So what do you think is going to happen to that college if we haven't caught this person by the start of the semester, the spring semester?
I have no clue because I might not be going up there. I think people.
Right there, folks. Holy shit. What do you think is going to happen to the school if we don't catch this person before Christmas break is over? Are you fucking kidding me? That is crazy.
Just need to be safe. I think it's shitty that this happened, of course, but people are very comfortable in Moscow. Maybe they shouldn't be. Maybe people need to be smarter about locking their doors and shit like that. Way too many people don't. That like those scenarios where you have like 4 or 5 people who live in a house, they don't have keys, they all just like leave it unlocked and go back and forth. Like, that shit needs to change for sure. I'd be surprised if this person was like trying to come back. Like that'd be a weird thing, but maybe. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Not big a deal, but if you aren't really involved in this, like I feel like you can go to school.
What? This is unbelievable. They just fucking said it. This is so crazy. This interview is a goddamn joke. I'm going to return it and ask for my money back. This is fucking crazy. I'm like blown away. This is fucking nuts. What can he possibly be saying right now that we can't hear?
I don't feel in danger there, me personally, because like I protect myself and stuff, and I lock my doors. But it's definitely a wake up call for a lot of people, I think.
How does he protect himself?
So if they lock their doors, I don't know how that happened. It seems. I assume their doors weren't locked.
I didn't work the crime scene, either did, so I can't tell you about that.
I would assume they don't lock their doors because it's a come and go house. It seems like.
What?
It seems.
Do you know, do they have frequent parties there? Is it a frequent party house?
I mean, all those houses on King Street are party houses. Like if
Yeah, my son,
people
right behind those, so I know.
people who move to like that street are usually sorority, fraternity, and they party. And also like a lot of the, for different reasons, like with the school and stuff, like if a fraternity can't have parties, then King Street or if someone's gonna have a party. So there's a lot of days where someone's not allowed to have a party. So they're gonna Thursday through Saturday, if there's not a fraternity thing, there's probably something on King Street. Like people that like even before they lived there, like the people who lived there before them would have parties. So if you move there, you're probably gonna have parties. And that's like any house on King Street. It's people like to party.
I'm shocked.
You have anything?
I don't think so. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not more help, but
No, I mean, you can only tell us what you know, man.
do you know what the most recent trouble was that got you put back on the Nationals radar? I guess you either suspension, suspended or put back on suspension. I don't know. It's probably. I feel like it was like, hey, oh yeah, I think one of the parents saw a video. This is why we get in trouble now with videos and everything. But like we don't even get in trouble for like the bad stuff that happens. Like we get in trouble for like the freshman got hazed, even though there was freshman on freshman. One of the freshmen threw one of the other freshmen's bed out of the bunk room. Like it's the third floor. We have a fire escape. Out of the fire escape is like down to the basketball court. One of the freshmen threw their buddy's bed out. There's a video of it, and the parents like thought it was hazing. So I'm pretty sure we got in trouble for hazing now by portraying. So
What about some trouble at a sorority formal?
yeah, I don't know. I don't think our house is on probation for that. I think we have a couple members who were there because it wasn't our formal. So I don't think our whole house doesn't get in trouble for that.
Okay.
But I think just a couple, like 2 or 3 of members had to deal with the school.
Yeah.
Or just
You know who that was?
Yeah, was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, was one of them. I think he was just backing up. We're just like, just beefing with a kid out here. It was just backing him up. So that's just like how we are.
The story about what happened in there, or just that.
I think like it's literally just like we'll kind of back up. Just me saying like drunk kids butting heads because I think it would just like shit on him something about. I think I was calling this kid like or something like you look like and this kid got all mad about it. That's like the stuff people will fight over and like okay, call me over fight at a formal.
Nobody was kicking holes in walls.
I think some of our freshmen actually were throwing coffee or some shit.
Oh, really?
I think our freshmen were idiots actually. I think we had a couple freshmen who got pretty big trouble actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think bro, we're just back.
Thing was just beefing with a kid for talking crap. Because that was it was a sorority formal, so they had guys from different houses. And sometimes people got heads from different
That was
houses.
an off-campus event, right?
Yeah, I think it was somewhere by like the Moscow Fairgrounds. I don't know, I don't remember where they went.
Okay.
But yeah, those freshmen are fucking idiots. But the other stuff was just like,
And you were young.
well, I'm just saying like the thing was stupid, but like it was just kind of beefing with the like kids talking shit and it's stupid. Those kids were like just drunk, like causing damages. Actually, those kids are idiots. Yeah. Get them kicked out.
And I don't know if it's illegal thing is, but is he cleared DNA wise? Was there ever,
I mean,
that's what everybody thought.
they wouldn't. I'm going to ask for one more thing, but it's just something to say he's fully cooperated because you've never been fingerprinted in your life, have you? You don't have any in the system.
I don't think so.
So that would be the only thing. He's fully cooperated.
Fingerprints.
Okay. I can do it. I'll call a lady, but if there had been a hit on his DNA, this conversation would be way different.
This is fucking crazy. You can have my fingerprints. What the fuck? This is all redacted.
And if you'll give me your prints, let me go call the lady that knows how to do it. I haven't printed anybody in probably 25 years, so you don't want me doing it. I'll get her over here. Okay? All right, thanks.
Here across
All right, so this was all about getting his fingerprints. That's what this was about, and to ask questions about Connor Chestnut.
the street, where is it?
I think that you would run over. If, but I gotta make a call real quick. Thank you.
Yeah. Nice meeting you.
Do we just stay in here?
You can wait here, wait out here. I'll just run and get this arranged.
Okay.
Crazy, crazy. You okay?
Oh, hell no. Hot mic. Hot mic. Why are they? You got to be kidding me. Why would they be redacted? She's crying. Look at these shitty ass. Look at this shit. Yeah, they're getting an email from me tomorrow. Actually, they're getting a phone call. They can take this fucking interview and shove it so far up their fucking ass. The first, this is ridiculous.
These are the ladies who know how to do this stuff.
They're redacting the people's names that took the fucking fingerprints. Are you kidding me? What? Hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so they just cut it out while they're in the middle. Now check this out, guys. I didn't show you this from the beginning. I'm going to show it to you now. Oh. God damn it. Okay, look at this. 28 minutes. Watch this.
And that's always just been a house that, as long as I.
Hold on. You have to go for the first 28 minutes of number one. It's going to come back up. I had to fast forward it because there was nothing for like at least 15, I think, minutes. Let's see. Look at this.
Miller.
Decided not to do that.
Probably 42 grams today.
Oh, yeah. You can count on that.
Yeah. In our chair, how's everything been going?
I just been laying low. I was going to go to Moscow yesterday, but I decided not to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna just record this so you guys know, so I don't have to take notes.
Okay.
Okay. So basically 14 minutes, and then the next one's like 28 minutes. But I mean, how much is gone of that one? Hold on one second. They said it was 2.5 hours. That's better. How's that sound? Yeah, crazy. Now I'm going to show us something else that I think is crazy. Oopsies.
That I have in my camera roll.
Okay.
Place where the house where I was, and we hung out there for a little. I didn't see either one of them on Saturday, but I was with them Friday, and they just looked like they were.
Okay. So basically the first 19 minutes of this interview with Lakeland, the only thing worth a damn is that she knows about Quinn Kelly, never met him, and that was it. Like, Dylan's a really loyal person, and that she has this boyfriend Quinn, but no one's ever seen him. Okay. So I'm not going to listen to the first 19 minutes because you guys can go do that on your own. You guys can go to Chrissy's channel and check it out. We're going to start right here, which is the only part that I care about, is let's talk about that weekend. So this is the girl with Dylan that night, Lakeland McComas.
Like he kind of had an apartment for his clothes and stuff, and where his parents sent his mail, and then he pretty much lived with Xana.
Yeah, because his apartment is a little further away, and I knew he didn't have Wi-Fi or anything, so he's pretty much always at Xana's house. Every time I was there, he was he always.
Okay, so we hear for the first time that Ethan did not have Wi-Fi at his house, at his apartment. So that's an important thing to note, that Ethan didn't have Wi-Fi. Okay, what type of a college kid can expect to stay at their apartment and get anything done without Wi-Fi? Okay. Just saying. All right, so Ethan did not have Wi-Fi at his apartment.
Stayed the night.
How are things between them?
Good. Yeah, I didn't see either one of them on Saturday.
Right there. Lakeland McComas did not see either one of them on Saturday. Lakeland McComas went to the 1122 King Road house with Dylan, okay? She didn't see them before that. She didn't see them at the house.
but I was with them Friday, and they just looked like they were having a great time. I could tell like they really loved each other. And
Yeah. Okay.
How did the other girls feel about him staying there all the time? Like, did they all get along, or was it kind of like, oh, you're freeloading in our house because you're here with Xana? Was there any kind of rift because he was staying there all the time?
Not that I'm aware of. I know he would sit and watch movies with them. He would just hang out and talk with them. And I think like they were all good friends with Ethan, and I don't think they ever would have seen him as like a burden or something.
And did he kind of help all of them out if they needed help? What kind of guy is he?
Yeah, he would help them with anything if they needed it. He's really good at talking to people, like giving advice and stuff. Like he's given me good advice before. And I know like he's like helped like Xana like cook and stuff and like clean up the place after like a party or something. And
Okay.
How about Maddie and Kaylee? Or I guess let's start with Maddie. How was her relationship going?
like with her boyfriend?
Yeah. Or did you know her boyfriend?
I had only met him a couple times. The last time that I saw him was on homecoming weekend. It was, I believe, the very beginning of October. I know he came up, and I said hi to him then, but I didn't really know him super well. I also like never really knew Maddie like on like a deeper level. It was just kind of like a friendship thing. Be like, you know, we would talk, but like not get like into anything like with relationships or.
Yeah. Had you met Kaylee's boyfriend?
I have not. I met Kaylee at the beginning of this year around like August. But a lot of the times I was there, she usually either wasn't home or she was just upstairs in her room.
Okay. So let's kind of go back towards that night on Saturday. Just kind of walk me through your plans to go over there and hang out and kind of how that went down.
Yeah. So, basically I was at another house party, a little bit kind of like opposite from where, they lived. And, so I was there with some other friends and then, came over there to the house where I was, and we hung out there for a little bit. And then one of our guy friends called us a sober ride to go back to her house because we were kind of like hungry and getting tired.
Okay. So before excuse me, before we go too much further, do you know what address that house party was at that you were?
I don't know the address, but I could definitely like drop a pin of where it is.
If I'm looking at the front door of the 1122 King, where's that house that you're talking about in relationship to that front door?
It would be
like past the apartments or directly next to it?
No, like past the apartments. It's on a different street.
Okay, this is important. Okay. She was not at the Whites. She's claiming that the walk from where she was at to the King Road house would be 10 to 12 minutes. Listen up.
Okay. So how long would it take you to walk from 1122 King to that party house?
Walking probably between 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay. So it's a little bit a ways away.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you just, as much as you remember, can you tell me who you were there with at the house party that you remember?
Yes. So, do you want last names too?
Yeah, if you got them, that'd be great. And
Okay.
I get this is a lot to kind of like spout out. Just we're just trying to be detail oriented and stuff. So as much
No,
as you can
I
remember,
understand.
we'll go for it.
Okay, so it wasn't a very big party, but the people that I do remember, one of the girls that lived there, her name's
Was she kind of the hostess of the party that night, or threw it?
yes, she's the one that invited me and a couple other friends over. It was kind of like a small thing. It wasn't like a huge party.
Okay. All right, got her name. And
Okay,
who else?
and
Okay.
A female?
Is a male.
Male. Okay.
And
Okay.
then
Can you spell?
yeah, it's C.
Okay. Anyone else?
And then eventually came over and met us.
Do you remember when got there?
I might have a text from her saying like when she was heading over. I can check really quick
Yeah, that's fine.
because I was texting her before she came. That bedroom is all yours. Okay, thank you.
That bedroom. This is going to be wild because Dylan says that she sees Xana for the last time at Allie's. Xana is holding a White Claw. And that's at like 12 o'clock.
Okay, maybe it might have been on Snapchat and that deletes
Okay.
our messages, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you know where Xana and Ethan were about that point in time?
I believe they were still at this fraternity.
Okay.
Boom! Do you know where Ethan and Xana were at that time? And I was like, oh, where are you going with this one? Because Dylan says she saw Xana for the last time at Allie's. Xana is holding a White Claw. S- 14 minutes later, Bethany says that she sees Ethan and Xana in Peter's apartment before leaving. Bethany and Yessie walk to Allie's house on Taylor, where Allie, Jenna, Hayden, Kennedy, and Yessie were the only people at the house. So this is where you would be realizing that what the fuck is Dylan talking about? She didn't see Xana for the last time. And if you're lying about the last time that you saw Xana, it's because you can't really say the real reason or the real time that you last saw her. You understand? This is a huge thing I just found, and I was dying to show you guys, but I wanted to do the Jack Showalter stuff first. If you can get out your books, I'm going to show you where you can find this information and how I put it together. This interview, you take that spot right there, and then you go to page 239 and 240. Dylan sees Xana for the last time at Allie's. Xana's holding a White Claw. And it says it's 24:04. That's their time, 24:04. Then it says 0016, or I'm sorry, 0017 says Bethany sees Xana and Ethan in Peter's apartment before leaving. Bethany and Yessie walk to Allie's house on Taylor, where it's Allie, Jenna, Hayden, Kennedy, and Yessie were the only people at the house, it's because they left, meaning Dylan and this girl, Lakeland. They had left, so they missed each other. But it's impossible. Like Xana was not there. Xana was not at Allie's house. Her last time of seeing Xana is not at Allie's house because she's not there. But it's most important to understand that she's lying about the last time that she saw Xana. This is not, she's not saying, oh, I saw her at, she specifically is saying that the last time that she saw her was at a location that she didn't even see her at and couldn't have seen her at because she wasn't there. So why are you lying about this? Well, because you have to pick something up. And so it's a really big catch, and I wanted to share with you guys.
So after, so your Kennedy and then out there, was there anybody else that you can't remember, or was that pretty much it?
There was a couple other people, but I don't remember because that was my first time ever meeting them.
Okay. And are all these people at this house party?
No, I'm interested in that. There were a couple other people that I didn't know who they were. It was my first time meeting them. I would be like, oh, whose friends were they? They don't fucking say shit, dumbasses.
Are they also students?
Yes.
Are they all about the same year, or was it kind of a mix of freshmen to seniors and whatnot?
From what I remember, I don't remember any freshmen being there. So I think it was more like sophomores and juniors.
Okay. All right.
Did you take any photos at that party?
I actually have some things. I just have a couple of videos. And then I also took a video shortly after I left that house and went to King Road.
Okay. We'll talk a little bit more about that. That's great. That's helpful when we have stuff like that for sure. Who all went from the house there to 1122 King? Just you and?
Yes, from what I remember, yes.
Okay. And who gave you a ride there?
I don't remember his name, but he was a freshman in a fraternity, and he was their sobro. So basically,
Okay, Mark B, are you listening? I need you to go and check the Linda Lane camera footage and check the timestamp between 12:15 and 12:30. I think that it's a drop off that didn't come up and around where King is. I think that this person made a left down Linda Lane from Taylor and went back thinking that they could get through, and they couldn't. And that is fucking Dylan and this motherfucking girl. Okay? So I need you, Mark B, this is for you. I did a fucking ton of shit. I was like, oh my God, they fucking went to, it's the Linda Lane drop off. So they did not take and drop him off at the house. So they dropped him off at, this is just my brain here. And it's the only thing I can come up with. If this girl is saying they got a ride with one of these sober drivers, they did not go the King Road because we have all that camera footage. There's no car, but we have to go and look at 12:15 to 12:30, not 1:15 to 1:30. So we have to go out and look at 12:15 to 12:30. Who is being dropped off at the King house, if anybody, and then who is getting a ride by where Linda Lane is. Okay. The Linda Lane up by where people are, we all know what we're talking about back in the day when we were all going crazy over the Linda Lane stuff. We have to go back and check that out. It's going to be on there. Okay. And we need to see what type of fucking car this is. And I think it's a white motherfucking car. I think I found our white vehicle. I'm about to fall out of the chair. We're gonna go look at it. We're gonna go look at Linda Lane.
He was like sober the entire night, so he could give like friends and people rides home.
Okay. What kind of car was it?
I don't remember.
Okay. And what time did you get to 1122 King?
So the timestamp of the last video I took at the other house was 11:54.
Yeah.
And I was at King Road. The first thing I have at King Road was at 12:43 a.m.
12:43. Now,
And was that like off of a picture, a video, or a text, or what?
These are off videos that I have in my camera roll.
Okay. And when you got to 1122 King, who was all home at the time?
Not anyone that I remember. I can't remember if she was already home or if she came home right after us.
Okay, so just so I have this right, if she wasn't home when you guys got there, she showed up like right afterwards?
Yes, because when we first got to King Road, to that house, I went straight into the bathroom on the main floor.
All right.
And then I'm pretty sure came home right after we got there, but I can't be positive.
Was there anybody else home at the time?
I don't think so. If they were in their rooms. I was on the main floor the entire time I was there.
Okay. And I guess what I'm
okay, I'd be asking, no, you can't get to the main floor without going into the first floor door, like floor 1. So I would be like saying, oh, did you come around back and go through the slider? Did you go to the front door though? Because then you were on the front, I would be very specific about that.
I guess what I'm asking is if you saw or if you knew anybody else was there. And I understand that like we're kind of thinking back. So if you don't remember something, it's totally fine. Just be like, I can't remember what. And you're doing great. Just throwing that out there. It's totally fine to not remember something because you can't. You don't know what you don't know, right? So, yeah. So you guys got there around 12:43 in the morning there, or close to it at least. What'd you guys do?
So I went to the bathroom first thing when I got there, and then afterwards we went into the kitchen and started making popcorn. I was sitting on the ground playing with Murphy.
Okay. So this would mean that the way that she just remembered it is that she doesn't say, I go right to the bathroom, then we go, she's like, we go into the kitchen. It's a statement and analysis right here. That means when she went to the bathroom, in my opinion, Dylan went upstairs to get the dog because she's not stating it. So let's see how that gets worded here.
While I was making popcorn. And then after the popcorn was done, we went into the living room and started watching The Vampire Diaries. And that's all we did the entire time I was there.
Okay. Were you guys all pretty engaged? Like, were you watching?
Do you normally go over there and watch Vampire Diaries? That would be like my first question right there. Is that normal for you guys to just do that? Like, you guys had enough. You're like, okay, I'm just like, what made you go, oh, hey, like, what? I wanted to watch Vampire Diaries. Like, is that normal? You know what I mean?
Vampire Diaries, was it like kind of chat while you're doing it? Were you guys all like playing on your phones, or just kind of kind of go over that with me?
I mean, I think we were like, I was like texting people a little bit while watching the movie. We weren't really talking. It would just be like something small. And I took a few pictures while we were on the couch. Like, I took some videos of the Vampire Diaries, like zooming in on a certain scene.
Oh my God. Fucking where's these videos? A certain scene? Oh my God. If it's I'm here to fucking help you, I will die. Oh my God.
And then I have a couple selfies with him on the couch.
Okay. I kind of jumped over something I wanted to talk about. When you guys got to the home, just so I'm clear here, and I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but when you guys got to 1122 King, to your knowledge, there was nobody inside.
Yes.
Okay. What door did you guys go through to get in the house?
Thank you.
The one with the keypad.
All right. And did you know the key code?
I did know it. Yes.
All right. When you guys went into the house, is it
I would say, did you punch it in or did Dylan punch it in?
is it typical for you guys to shut the door behind you when you go inside?
Yes.
And when you guys are home, hey, well, I know it's not your home, of course, but like when you're all there hanging out and whatnot, do you guys typically keep the doors locked? Are you pretty secure, or is it kind of like, hey, this is a no? Like a lot of people kind of come and go, and it's open to come over here, have a few beers, or make a drink or something. Or what's kind of the vibe when you're there?
Yeah. So I know there is a few people that do have the door code. And with the sliding door, like every time I've been over, it's been unlocked.
So the slider's typically unlocked, and the front door it locks behind you, right? A door like that?
Yes, it locks behind you.
Okay. Do you know who all has the front key code?
I'm not sure who all has it. Zana gave it to me a couple weeks ago, just so I could let myself in, but I don't know who all has it.
Okay. And how long were you there watching movies? About what time did you leave?
So the
What?
last photo that I took, there, the timestamp was 1:33 a.m. And then I have a picture of me, at, where I live at 2:19 a.m.
When you left there and went to, when you left 1122 King, where'd you go from there?
I walked to
And that's your sorority?
yes, and I live inside the sorority.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
And you went there on foot?
Yes.
How long does it
By yourself.
take you to walk from the King Road address to your sorority?
Roughly about like 15 minutes.
Okay. And so just kind of going off these timestamps and doing some rudimentary mathematics here, that picture of you back at your sororities at 2:19 in the morning, it takes about 15 minutes. So would you think you might have left around 2 from King?
Yes.
Okay. And I know we're not like trying to get it down.
It's very easy. Ask her the question, like, when you left, who was all fucking there, you dipshit?
I'm just trying to get as close as we can kind of figure out to that. And
Yeah.
okay. And so the whole time you were there, did anybody else arrive home, or were you aware of anybody else in the house?
No, I wasn't aware of anyone else being home.
Okay.
I mean, she had to have left before 1:56. Okay?
Whose dog is Murphy?
That would be Kaylee's dog.
So Murph seems kind of like a friendly pup. Is he pretty used to a lot of people coming over, and how is he with strangers?
Yeah, he's pretty, he's a really sweet dog. I've never really heard him like bark or anything before, and typically when there's a lot of people over, he's usually put away, I'm assuming in Kaylee's room, but
Okay.
he's not running around.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm assuming when there's a lot of people over, he's usually, he's a really sweet dog. I've never really heard him like bark or anything before, and typically when there's a lot of people over, he's usually put away, I'm assuming in Kaylee's room, but he's
Okay.
not running around.
Okay. When you guys got home, did anybody let Murphy out and like let him back in?
I'm pretty sure went and got him out of Kaylee's room. But again, I'm not 100% for sure. When I came out of the bathroom, Murphy was already in the kitchen.
Okay. Does everybody kind of share responsibility for letting Murphy out if Kaylee's not there?
I think so. I think Kaylee usually, like, if she knew someone was home, would probably like reach out and be like, "Hey, like, could you maybe let Murphy out?"
Okay. Let's see here. And you,
How did?
So you would ask Dylan. You would ask Dylan that question. Dylan, why did you take Murphy out? Did Kaylee ask you to? You get what I'm saying? Like, I think it would be weird. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just not going to go into my roommate's room and go and take her dog out of the room unless like we've had an understanding. Like, unless like that is like something that like, you know, Murphy would hear people come home then. And then like, so it was just like, I'm going to go let Murphy out just because Murphy would be barking, be loud. Like, I'm just not going to go into my roommate's room and just fucking go take her dog out. I'm sorry. Like, I would but there would have to be a talk about that and understanding. And it would be a simple talk in like, you know, hey, is it cool when I come home if I can just take Murphy out of your room if I'm home and just watching TV? Like, you know, Murphy kind of hears the TV on and then like makes noise and I just feel bad. Like, you know, but think about this. At 12:45, they're drunk off their ass. I don't want you. Why would I want drunk people fucking with my dog? Like, I just. Or hey, if you're gonna go and grab Murphy and let Murphy out to use the restroom or whatever, and then come back in, like, I don't know. I just think there would be some conversation about that, especially if Murphy wasn't just like a dog that's just chilling in the house and can be wherever when you know you come home, and just like you would have a conversation with your roommates about that, like, hey, Murphy's still like a puppy. Murphy's peeing all over and shitting all over. Like, when we leave, you got to keep Murphy, like, you know, in your room. But also, I wouldn't be a big fan if my roommate thought that they could just keep their dog in their room, cooped up all day. I would have a problem with that. I'd be like, hey, since you work, like, you know, said they were like a bartender and they went into work at, I don't know, 5 and didn't come home till like 3:00 in the morning. Like, hey, is it cool if I let Murphy out of the room? Like, I'm here, I'm home. Like, come on.
Feel about the dog? Did everyone in the house like the dog?
Yes, he's one of the sweetest dogs ever. And he like didn't bite. He had a lot of energy. So like sometimes he'd get kind of jumpy and then like the girls would just be like, Murphy, like, no, stay down. But other than that, like, no, they all really, really like the dog.
and so when I know you guys were watching the movies and kind of hanging out and whatnot, what was your conversation like? What did you guys talk about?
Wouldn't you ask her why she was zooming in and taking videos of Vampire Diaries? Because I fucking would. Like, what do you zoom? What? These people, I tell you what, man. He cut her off on that. She was on a roll.
Typically at the house that night.
Kind of just what, like, we did during the day. Like, I wasn't with either one of them for a very long time. Or, like, I was with other people the entire day, so I was kind of just, like, telling them, like, something funny that happened. And I think that was kind of the same for them. They would just say something funny that, like, happened or they saw or heard.
Sure.
But I don't remember any specifics.
Okay. And when you left, how did you leave through the slider or through that front door?
I went through the front door.
All right. And when you left and walked back to your sorority, did you did you see anybody outside on the road or anywhere? Did you see anybody when you walked home?
I didn't see anybody. A couple of cars drove by, but I didn't really pay much attention. But I didn't see anyone like walking or anything. It was pretty quiet walk home.
Do you remember what kind of cars you might have seen?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I know it's kind of
Like, wait,
you're not really
wait a
trying to pay
second.
attention to that
No,
when you're
no,
walking
no.
home.
Wait a second. No. You need to ask, wait, saw cars where? Like, when you're walking out of their house, you saw cars pass there on King? Because that's really important. That's like super important. That's like, did, what's his name? Eric Gower not go? I'm just, cars where? What a fucking idiot. What cars were there? How about this one? What cars were there when you left? How did you ask that one?
When people came and go from the house, it sounds like it's pretty typical they use the front door, but did people come through the back slider, like walk up around the house just to come in the slider?
Yeah, some people have before.
Okay.
You guys know that they knew that Ethan drove the Explorer, okay, at the beginning of the night. They have no idea when Ethan comes home. They know nothing, right? You're not going to ask this fucking broad if she saw the goddamn Explorer, you fucks. This question better be asked because they didn't know. Okay, they didn't pull the logs out of the cars yet, but you're trying to pinpoint Ethan and Xana. You know that Ethan was driving the Explorer because everybody under the sun who was with him for the formal said we all got in that car, those couples. Or not, I mean, some of them were couples, but there was 8 people that piled in that vehicle.
Let's see here. Give me 1 second. What else, dude? Phone numbers for these girls if they can get it, but I want all those pictures and videos.
Yeah, how do you want them sent to you?
Oh, they muted.
I would say see if she can just send those contact infos to you then.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, yeah, here we go. They muted it so they could talk. Hey, what else, dude? What am I missing?
What else, dude? Phone numbers for these girls if they can get it, but I want all those pictures and videos.
Yeah, how do you want them sent to you?
She can just text to me. She's good.
I would say see if she can just send those contact infos to you then.
Yeah.
And then the pictures.
Okay. Is there anything else about that night that I haven't asked about or that you think I should know or might need to be aware of?
Not that I can think of. I mean, that's pretty much everything that happened that night. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that would help.
Okay.
And then
What about the next day? When did you find out about this? Did you talk to Dylan or Bethany afterwards? What did they say? Fuck all of the fuck these people, man. These people need to get fucking hobbies because this hobby that they have sucks for them. This is like their hobby because this is ridiculous.
I know this sounds like an obvious question because you'd tell us if you knew, but if you had to think of someone you've seen around campus, someone that's been around, anything like that could do something like this or would do something like this, is there anyone like that you can think? And I understand you may not know their name, but just someone you may have seen in the last you've been going to school, or I guess you've been going to school here. Anybody like that come to mind?
No, I can't really think of anyone. And I've just been hearing so many things too about like people speculating. So I don't think I can't think of anyone that would be like involved with this.
Okay.
Did you ever hear from any of the girls that lived there? Did you ever hear them talk about
Thank you.
kind of a creepy guy?
No.
Someone who made them feel uncomfortable, or anyone who they felt was kind of like like the stalker type or anything like that?
Oh my God.
I didn't hear any of them talk about anything like that.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, did you just hear this? So take your stalker and shove it so far fucking up your ass. Okay. I think girls would be talking about that. This girl's always with them. Even Dylan and her little stories.
All right.
No. Hey, what cars were there when you left? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, they suck so bad. Dude, I'm doing this in real time. I have not listened to this. I stopped it right where, because I had listened to the first 19 minutes and I said, what I'm going to play for you guys is, this is the only we need to hear. It was all shit. They're bad. What are you trying to solve? What the fuck are you doing? What are you trying to figure out? Hello, ask the questions that you need to figure something out. Like, oh my God. I don't understand. They're trying to figure out when Ethan and Santa came home, right? God.
As of right now, that's kind of the conversation that we needed to have with you.
Okay.
It is absolutely possible because of how close you were to these people and you were there that night. We might have some follow-up questions for you once I kind of give all this information to our other detectives and stuff and we talk about it. So somebody will probably be reaching out to you again and like, hey, let's talk about this a little bit more. Or, hey, do you remember this? That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not easy to talk about all this. The more we know and the more we can learn, the better chance we have of bringing this to an end, you know.
You can't learn anything when you don't ask the right questions. But you don't even know what you need to learn. That's the problem. Because you have too many people doing these interviews that you don't know. I mean, even if you were to debrief, like, hey guys, we're trying to figure out where Ethan and Xana were. Okay. Ask her, hey, did any of your friends see Ethan and Xana that night? Like, we're trying to figure out when they came home. We're trying to figure out where they were. Who can I talk to? I mean, fuck.
I'm going to ask, do you have an iPhone?
Yeah, I have an iPhone.
Okay, perfect. Can you send me the contact cards you have for and
yes.
if you have, okay.
But I can send you the ones that I do have.
Yeah, that'd be great. Can you do that right now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, for example, on 11/19, none of those people would have been contacted yet. You were contacting the person with Dylan a week after.
Okay. And it's just to this number?
Yep, just this number.
Okay.
And then, do you have anything for social media or number or anything?
I just have him on social media.
Can you just send like a screenshot of like his little homepage with his name and whatever?
Yeah, I can do that.
You have TLO.
And then those pins for those houses.
You don't.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Oh my God. They're gonna hit him up on Facebook.
I'm typing in your number right now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Detective Dick. Can you come talk to me?
This is it's my work cell, so like if anything comes up or if you remember anything, like you can text or call this at any point. If I don't answer, I return calls as fast as I can, especially in this instance. So yeah, this is you can 24/7 if something comes up, you can contact us.
Okay.
This is wild.
Okay, so it looks like the only phone number I have is.
Okay, that's fine. You said they're all students.
Do you want the social
Yes.
media that she has? Just so we have their
We
name.
can get it through sorority.
I can send you all their social medias if you want.
Yeah, that would actually be great because then because I can try to get in touch with people in a lot of different capacities. That'd be cool.
Hit him up on fucking Facebook Messenger. Hey, this is Detective Ricky. Can you give me a call? You guys have like, get their names. You don't know their names, first and last name. You can't look them up in your system. Don't go to the university. Aren't they in a sorority? Bunch of God. Okay.
Social media.
Can you send me like literally every picture or video that you took the entire night, like starting from the party house? And I understand a lot of these are probably going to be like goofy pictures and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Totally fine. You'd be amazed what kind of things can help us from gathering data like that. Especially the ones that were at 1122 King.
Okay.
So that's the last thing that I'm going to ask you to do.
Okay.
You know, if it's like a very personal.
This is how they did it, right? You think people are going to send all of their videos? Unbelievable.
Or private nature, and that's not exactly what I'm going for here. It's mostly like you and your activities. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay.
And understand, we're not concerned with people being in trouble for anything else, because we understand there's going to be underage kids and other activity. We need to see some of all those things to put the bigger picture together.
Yeah, I meant.
So everybody's getting immunity for anything that's drug or alcohol related. Is that what we're saying here?
Whenever I meant to start the conversation, but actually I'm glad he brought that up, because we fully expect that there's going to be like, I don't know, people under 21 drinking or like weed. We literally don't care. What we're investigating obviously is that's just not what we're not worried about that at all. So please don't let that stop you or anyone else from like, you know, getting us something that we can use.
I'm going to need that in writing, sir. I want full immunity right now, blanket, and I will send you my pics.
Okay. Okay, I'm sending the photos right now.
Yeah.
So they should show up here in a second.
Okay. Are you sending them in a group or like in a like 3 or more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Where did they get where's this little portion where she talks about that she was that somebody offered up the bottom bedroom to her?
Okay. They said they're delivered.
Okay, it's downloading some of them. Just let me verify I got all these.
Oh, we're gonna go right to it. We're going right to the second interview.
Actually, I know it might be kind of a pain.
Oh.
Would you mind sending them individually, just in case?
Yeah.
In case the iCloud link kind of gets corrupted or whatever, I have the individual picture that I can just save right off my phone. Could you just do that?
Yes, I can do that. Really.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, it might just take me a second, but
Yeah, totally fine.
Unbelievable.
I just sent all of them.
Okay,
About Eric Bauer?
I got them all. There's a couple last things that I remembered that I want to
okay.
talk to you about. After you left around 2:00 or whenever it was on that Saturday morning, or Sunday morning, I'm sorry, early Sunday morning, you know, after you left, how long was it before you heard from either?
Good question.
It was after we got the vandal alert, because I was trying to get a hold of everyone to see if everyone was okay. So that was the only time I contacted them after I left the house.
Okay, so, and was it them texting you or was it you texting them?
I tried calling them and they didn't answer, so I texted a group chat that my sorority uses, and replied in the group chat saying that her.
Okay.
Like, I didn't hear necessarily straight from them.
Okay. Okay. And then
Okay, wait.
did you at any point on Saturday night, did you text,
They didn't get back to you?
call, FaceTime, Snap, whatever, anybody else that would have been at that house?
No.
Okay. All right. I think for real this time that's all I have to ask about.
Okay.
Just please remember to drop us those pins of those two houses. And is there, I always ask this before I go, or I always say this before I let someone go. A lot of times we call people and pretty quick, you know, like, oh yeah, I was waiting for you to call me. I think I have some stuff that might be helpful, you know. Like we're trying to get a hold of a lot of people, but if you know anybody or if you've heard anybody say, yeah, I'm waiting for the police to call because I think I have something they could use, please reach out to them and have them call the tip line or my number or Moscow police or literally anything, because we're working through a pretty large amount of people to talk to and stuff, and we know there's stuff out there that people have to say. But if they can kind of reach out and kind of direct us to who we need to talk to first, that is really, really helpful.
I believe Krillo said she was wondering if you guys were going to call her or something, so I can let her know.
Okay. Yeah. If you have her on social media too, if you could either give her my number or get her phone number, give it to me and I can call her. And we can get.
Okay. All right. Where's the second one? Unbelievable. God awful. This girl was in the house. Unbelievable. This is so bad. Lakeland McComas interviews. Which one? Let's see. Again, get on over to Christie's over there. Here's her second one. Boom. Lakeland. They interviewed her the same day. It has to be a typo. Oh, December 4th. Okay, so they bring her in.
I have November 19th. I think that we talked.
I think that.
Yeah, sounds about right.
They didn't record
so
it.
Basically, went over. We discussed already. There's a couple things I just want to like really confirm. When you were, well, back up. We were trying to go off timestamps and pictures when you left the fort.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to try to get down as close as we can to when you got there and when you left there.
Okay.
Are you shitting me?
So we can start with that.
Okay.
We were going off like pictures and video timestamps.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go to the picture, the first one you have there?
Yeah.
Or I guess the last one you had anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last video that I had at it was at house, the one that's on TikTok. time of the last thing I have from there is 11:54 p.m.
Okay. What I'd like to do, I know you send them all to me and I could pull the metadata, but I just want to look at the timestamp
Okay,
and
yeah.
write them down like verbatim if that's cool.
Yeah.
Because okay, can you go to the last one you have before you went to
Yeah.
whatever that would have been?
Okay, so let's take a look here.
Before I went there, this was the last thing.
Okay, and what's happening here?
My friend.
My
Here.
friend.
Okay. Does she work in the shop?
No, that's at a frat house.
I was gonna say it almost looks like with the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, no, she.
Okay.
She tends to do that. So.
Wait, she's wearing gloves?
1 second here.
Was that Claire, my friend
So
Claire?
the last at least picture with whatever you have is 6:41 p.m. before you go to. Okay, and who did you go there initially by yourself, or did you go with anybody there?
I went with a couple people.
Okay. Did you ride there together or walk, or how'd that?
Yeah,
transpire?
we had a ride there.
Okay, who went with you in the ride there?
It was
Claire Haley.
In the ride on the way
in
there?
the car, yeah.
Okay.
And then Jenna was
Jenna.
the one that drove us.
Jenna drove.
You know, is that last name?
It's
Okay. I guess I got ahead of myself. How are you doing?
all right.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as I could.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you going back to school?
Mhm.
Are you doing the remote thing?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Are a lot of the people from your classes and stuff doing the same thing?
I think so. Yeah. There's like a good chunk of people in like all my classes that are they're doing like the Zoom option
Sure.
and stuff. So.
You stayed pretty close touch with like, you're in a sorority, right?
Mhm.
You're in. That's right.
Yeah.
You stay in touch with all those people pretty frequently. Does everyone kind of feel in the same way? Like,
Yeah.
want to stay home and do the remote thing?
Yeah. There's like some girls from our sorority that are there. And like chose to go back because just like they find like normalcy like being in school and stuff. But yeah, I'd say like it's like half and half between like the girls that stayed home and the ones that went back to Moscow.
Okay. All right. So with there's drove, and then can you pull that back up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so right here, and this is the first one you took at the party.
Yes, I believe.
It's at 6:44.
Or wait, I didn't see that one. No, this is still at the frat house.
Okay.
This and then this was the first one.
That was the first one there.
Okay, so sorry, I have that.
No, it's all right. So that's about 10:35. When you got to, I know we discussed kind of who was there for that, but do you remember who was there right when you got there?
I first got there. I know Ken was. There really wasn't many people there when we got there.
Okay.
Because it wasn't really like gonna be like a big party thing. It was more of like
a closed house thing
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think we were some of the first people that got there.
Okay. And you were there until close to midnight-ish?
Yeah.
Probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just turn it off on us. Okay, cool. So that one, I'm just gonna write down the timestamps.
Okay,
I know I could pull the metadata off the pictures.
No.
I will later. It's just easy to.
These guys suck.
Is this
Yes.
Hate it. So it's
getting iced?
Yes.
What was that?
Yeah.
getting iced. Hayden was getting iced. Take a Smirnoff.
That's
That's
okay.
her house.
Kayla?
I think it's just the same. So embarrassing.
We've all been there.
We've seen more embarrassing stuff
Yeah,
the last 3 weeks than
I'm
what
sure.
we've seen on your stuff and phone. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Who's looks like a good dancer, huh?
I guess, yeah. I just went on that night, but I don't remember what his name was.
My knees was giving out if I tried to do that.
Yeah.
So that's at Kate's house.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is at, like Xana's house.
So this is okay.
That is,
And what is this? Is this specifically of their room?
this is the bathroom on the second floor.
Okay, that's because you right when you got there, you went to the
I
bathroom,
went to the
right?
bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the context of that? Like, there's just there's on the floor.
I think it was Ethan's clothes, and I just like was confused as to why it was just on the floor. But
Okay, so that's so you got right there. You went right to the bathroom, right? So that's
Mhm.
probably pretty close to when you got there. Then about
Yes.
right? Okay, cool. I thought so. And there's some stuff that I've already obviously asked you about, and
Mhm.
making sure everything's dialed in because.
Wow. So she actually took the video because of the clothes being like that. Do you know that that's not how they sold it to us this entire time? It was basically that she took a video in there and they just happened to catch that. No, she took a video of that because that's what she took the video of. She took the video of of the pants. So I was trying to see because okay, Ethan came home to change after the formal, allegedly, supposedly. And so I want to know, are those from the change in between? We just have to know, what was Ethan wearing at the Sigma Chi party? I just need to know, did he have khakis on? Or did he change and was he in then something else?
You stay in touch with Dylan and Beth.
Yeah, I was actually just with them this weekend because we went to the memorial on Friday together, and then like Xana's celebration of life on Saturday.
Where was that at?
They're both in.
Thought so. How are they doing?
They're doing okay, I think. I mean, just as much as they can right now.
Yeah.
They seem to be doing a little bit better than like a couple weeks ago.
What have you heard, like, kind of like, just since first time, I guess, that I think you guys talked the first time.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything different, or what's the hubbub? What's the going around opinions and stuff?
I mean, everyone's just kind of like has their own theories kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know, a lot of, or like some of my close friends like think it's the food truck guy, and like it's kind of just like all my
The
friends
one Twitch video. Or whatever.
yeah. But yeah, like they don't really like talking about any of this, so like I haven't like heard anything from them.
Yeah.
About it. Like we try not to talk about it just because it's kind of hard.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
There's just so many like things flying around, so like.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got an opinion, so.
Yeah.
So was she tired and went to sleep, or did she like pass out?
No, she was like kind of like dozing off, getting ready to go to bed, and then they like told me I could stay the night, and I thought about it, but then I was like, I kind of just want to go home and go to bed, so like that's when I was home. That's in my room. So then I just walked home after that, and I think she was getting up and getting ready to like go to bed.
Wait, what?
So
Wait, what do you mean you thought she was getting up, getting ready to go to bed? Like, was she or was she not?
To like go to bed after that, and so then I just walked home after that, and I think she was getting up and getting ready to like go to bed.
So when you got there, it was
It was just me and Dylan.
just you and Dylan.
Yeah. And then while I was in the bathroom, she went upstairs to go get Murphy, the dog, to let him out. And then we were in the kitchen making popcorn. And then we were on the couch, started watching Vampire Diaries. And that's about like when.
Okay, so the thing that's added here is when she first was interviewed, she didn't know how Murphy appeared in the kitchen. Now it's Dylan went up and got him out of Kaylee's room.
Home probably like watching, and then we were in the kitchen making popcorn, and then we were on the couch, started watching Vampire Diaries, and that's about like when home probably like 10-15 minutes after
you guys
we got there. Yeah, because we were on the couch already watching the Vampire Diaries.
Okay, so you guys have made popcorn and were just hanging out. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe Brady said this at the beginning, but how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay. We don't care about underage drinking. We don't care about drugs. Like, we don't care.
Okay.
None of that matters. You're not going to get in trouble for like, oh yeah, I used this drug or I was drinking that night or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We don't care.
Okay.
All right. So, like, I know you guys made some popcorn. Were you guys drinking beers, or I know you'd been drinking earlier in the night, right?
No. After I got back to the house, I stopped drinking.
After you left 427.
Yes.
Okay. Was drinking alcohol or using drugs or anything?
No,
like
not when we got back to the house, her house.
Okay. How as far as Dylan and you go, like how drunk or intoxicated you guys say? Like 10 being like completely passed out on the floor, like no idea,
I'd say we were both probably about maybe like a 6 or 7.
Okay. So definitely feeling good.
Yeah, I think I might have been a little bit more drunk than she was, because I was kind of drinking a little bit throughout the day.
Yeah.
It was a game day. Yeah, I think I might have been a little bit more drunk than she was.
Okay. But I just wanted to gauge no, we weren't drinking at all, or we hadn't been drinking at all, or we were drinking, but just a little bit, or we were completely shit housed.
No, yeah, I
really remember
everything, so I didn't black out or anything like that.
Okay. And then now there was beer cans everywhere, or there was just a bunch of beer cans, and beer pong tables. Were you guys playing? Did anybody play beer pong, or is that
I'm not. We were Friday because we had our sorority formal, and there was a
party there the night before, right?
Yeah, and sometimes they don't really clean up necessarily the day after. They usually wait till the weekend's over.
So a lot of those beer cans and the beer pong table set up and all that stuff was left over kind of from Friday night.
I would assume so. I mean, I wasn't there during the day Saturday, so I don't know if people were over then. Because typically, because there was this frat party, and typically people pre-game it. So I don't know if people were over earlier, pre-gaming this party that people went over, or because I didn't go to that.
No, I'm assuming you've been over to the house quite a few times. So
wait, did she not go to the frat, or she not go to
that table that was house
over, or because I didn't go to that. Typically, people pre-game it, so I don't know if people were over earlier, pre-gaming this party that people went over, or because I didn't go to that.
No, I'm assuming you've been over to the house quite a few times. So that table that was set up with all the beer pong cups, is that the beer pong table? Is it always there, or does it get moved somewhere else?
It usually gets moved. So on that Friday, when we had our formal, it was in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then Saturday when I got there, it was in the living room.
Okay.
So I think it frequently gets kind of moved.
Okay.
And it also used to be kept outside, like when it was nicer out.
So it's just a straight up beer pong.
It's it's not used for really anything else.
It's not a dinner table.
No.
It's literally just a drinking beer pong.
It is, yeah.
On Friday when you were over there, what time was the what'd you call it?
The formal.
The formal.
So we had to be at our sorority by 7 o'clock. So we all left between like 6:30 to 6:45.
Okay. And do you know if like the party continued on Friday night from there, or?
I'm not completely sure because I know like Xana and Ethan, they didn't go to the sorority formal, so I don't know if other people went over after we left.
Okay.
But
so possible, but
it's possible, yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't go back there after I left to go to the formal at 7.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I got a little excited.
No, it's okay, man. And so the whole time you were there on Saturday, or let me back up.
Thank you.
Saturday night, you weren't there until late, actually early Sunday morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you were there for, let's see here. About 12:40 ish is when you get there, right? Or because you went right to the bathroom, and then you're there until almost 2 o'clock. I want to say right around there. Okay. What made you go home?
I'm not exactly sure. I think it's because like I just wanted like food because I went home and I like right away made that bagel and
I wanted
also like usually when I stayed at their house before a couple times, like just when I didn't want to go home, I usually slept like in the bedroom downstairs, like the empty one.
Yeah.
And it's not very comfortable, so I think I just like was like I'm just gonna go home.
Just ready to be done.
Yeah.
Was that Snapchat was that of the bagel?
Yes, that was.
Did you drop? I'm guessing you
Yeah,
dropped it
I
or
dropped
something.
it on the floor and I had cream cheese everywhere.
So I think you said it took about how long does it take to get home from?
It's about 15 minutes.
Okay, and then I know I'm asking to go back to then and like think about when you made a bagel, but so you get home, do you immediately make the bagel? Is that like the first thing
Yeah,
you do?
because I had the bagels and cream cheese in my room.
Okay.
So I walked straight up to my room and then because I live in the sorority, I was on the 3rd floor and I grabbed a bagel and then there's a toaster like in our lounge. So I didn't have to like go down to the kitchen or anything.
Okay.
So
that I think was at 219. I want to say, could you look it up real quick?
Yeah. And I had already like taken
so within like 5 minutes
of getting home is when you get that.
Yeah.
Okay. And before, and you were on the main level the whole time you were there, right?
Besides going
aside from when you went up the stairs and then left. And the whole time you were there, like nobody else was home that you knew of, right?
Not that I knew of, no.
And you left before any of the other 4 got home, right? Okay.
And I didn't like pass them like when I was going down the road or anything.
Okay. Yeah, we're just like I said before, the closer we can get to like
Was Xana and Ethan's door open? Come on.
minutes of how this kind of played out, is what we're kind of going for here. When you were at and then came there, what did you have with you? Like, did you have a purse or a backpack or
I had
like
a backpack.
anything? Okay. And did you take that with you when you left? Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything, because at some point, obviously we're gonna have to go through the house and figure out what belongs to who. Is there anything in the house that like belongs to you that you've left there in the past or anything like that?
Yeah, the only thing I left a green water bottle in Xana's car, the blue one, and then there should be like one of my sorority sweatshirts like in Xana's closet or something that I let her borrow over like a month.
But nothing like,
just like
I've got 2 TVs and an Xbox.
No, it's just like clothes and just like little things.
And you probably don't know this, but is there anything is there other stuff that is in the house that you know of that doesn't belong to anybody that lives there? Like,
Not that I can think of now.
Okay. I noticed, and obviously going there, there's a lot of different types of like alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Hard alcohol, there's a lot of like White Claw stuff, but there's
Mhm.
also different beers and stuff like that. Like, do you know who drinks what? Like what they're like, oh, this person, they drink this all the time. This person, they drink this all the time. I'm like,
Dude, this is what you need to be asking fucking Xana. I mean, Bethany and Dylan. I love it.
Mainly just like my close friends is really like I know like I drink white like Dylan,
White Claw.
like Xana used to drink White Claw sometimes. Like she'd switch between different things. Ethan, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, that's all I can think of.
that's fine. Some people are like, oh, that guy's Coors Original. He doesn't drink anything but the Buckskins. You know what I mean? Like,
most of our friends kind of drink whatever they can get. So.
Okay. And then on top of that, like kind of going back into like we're on the outside looking in, right? And we're trying to dissect people's relationships and understand like you know, to get this whole picture. And as you can imagine, this is probably like just insane with the amount of people and connections and relationships and communication. And we understand also in college, like there's a lot of sex, there's a lot of alcohol, there's a lot of drugs, like, and those things can kind of muddy the water. Especially when we're trying to understand from the outside in, like how is this machine, if you make it, how is it moving? How are the cogs working, right? Because when you start talking about the difficult things like sex and underage drinking and drug use and stuff like that, people are they kind of hink up, you know? But like, you know, we have to, you know, we can't let that get in the way of like, understanding how that works. So I bring that up because, like I said, like we don't care about alcohol, we don't care about drugs, like we don't care. We need to know about it. You know what I mean? So from my understanding, there is quite a bit of drug use and potentially some maybe in that house. Do you know anything about that?
No, I know that
nobody's gonna get in trouble.
No,
nobody's gonna get in trouble. Like, that is not what this is about.
The only thing I could think of is that like Xana and Ethan, like they sometimes like would smoke weed. I don't know if either of them like had like I don't know like a dab pen or like anything like that, but I know like occasionally they would because like last year they would sometimes.
Okay.
But I can't think of any of the other ones that.
Well, like at parties and stuff, it wasn't like the hey, pass the 4-foot bong around the room.
No.
Everybody's getting rips.
No.
Not that type of.
No.
Okay. As far as so we talked about alcohol, we talked about drugs. As far as relationship stuff goes, obviously, Xana and Ethan were dating. Do you know any? I mean, were they completely exclusive to each other? Did you ever hear if there was any like, oh, maybe she cheated on him or he cheated on her, or like, you know, was there any different kind of love interest? Did different people like? Does that make sense?
I think that they were pretty exclusive to each other. Like once they like actually like made it official last spring that they were like boyfriend and girlfriend. Because over the course of like last year, like last school year, like Xana and another guy named he like they kind of had like a little thing going on. Like they took each other to like their like sorority and fraternity like formals.
And that was and Xana.
Yeah.
But that was prior to her and Ethan officially dating.
Oh yeah. But that's the only because Xana never really had like a boyfriend or anything before. I know like her and Nate kind of liked each other and their whole thing was kind of off and on. And then her and Ethan started like hanging out more last year, and then they started dating this last spring. But I haven't like heard anything of them like cheating on each other. Like
Okay, so nothing. Were they like on and off a ton? Like, oh, I broke up this week, back together this week, next week, like.
I never heard anything of them like getting in like a big fight and like taking a break from each other or anything.
Yeah.
Like they had their like little small things, but like they never like broke up with each other. It wasn't like an on and off kind of thing.
Okay. And then as far as a boyfriend, right? Which is yes, thank you. Is in, right?
Yeah.
What about like what is that? Are they doing a long distance thing? Or
Yeah, they're doing long distance. They've been dating for about 2 years. They did long distance all last year, and then also like the beginning of this year. But as far as I know, they're like really good. Like, she hasn't told me about like any major fights or anything that's happened. Like she'll tell me when she gets like annoyed with him, like over like message or something. But as far as I know, like they've been good and like nothing's happened there.
Okay. And as far as like other boys or other girls, like has she ever mentioned, oh, you know, this one time he cheated on me or whatever, I think he did, or like the other way around, do you know if she's ever cheated on him, and does he know about it or does he not know about it?
Yeah.
Like, do you know any of that stuff?
I've never heard her say anything about like him cheating or her being like suspicious of anything.
Yeah.
But she did tell me like at some point last year, one of our sorority sisters like texted and told him that Dylan cheated on him at like a party or something.
Okay.
Which is weird because Dylan wasn't friends with that sorority girl. So, but that's the only thing that I ever heard of was that a girl in my sorority texted and said that like Dylan cheated on him.
Okay. But that was completely untrue, or you don't know, or
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's untrue. I mean, I was like Dylan told me like it wasn't true and like it was made up, and like knowing the girl that said it, like
wouldn't surprise you.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Who's the guy and who's the girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Does not have a boyfriend, correct? Okay.
Bethany does not have a boyfriend.
You know, I know what's her.
Are you serious?
A little bit more because she took him to our sorority formal on that Friday.
Okay, so maybe kind of potentially establishing a little bit of a.
Yeah, like I think like they kind of had like feelings for each other, but there was no like official label or anything on it. They're just kind of like hanging out and.
Okay, and do you know? Would she usually spend the night at their place, or did people come over to her house because they like this? Sorry, what's his name? A fraternity or what?
Yeah, he's in a fraternity, yeah.
Okay, so is he in a house or is he off campus?
No, he lives in the house.
Okay, so does he come over to, do you know if he would come over to her place more often because she's off campus, has her own?
Yeah, he would typically go over to, her house.
Okay. Kaylee, do you know anything about her relationship? I don't know how, I know you talked to her.
No, not really, because I didn't meet Kaylee until the beginning of the school year. I didn't go to their house a bunch because it was like older girls, and I wasn't really friends with them. But then after like Dylan and Xana moved in this year, like I started being there way more, and that's kind of how I met Kaylee. But I don't really know.
Why aren't you asking how this house ever formed?
Much about like her relationship with anyone.
And same with Maddie, or you do know Maddie better? Or?
Maybe just a little bit more. Like I've been around Maddie more, I think, like especially like last year. Like we'd always be at the same place and stuff. And like I've met her boyfriend Jay before. Okay. And I saw him this school year when he came up to visit on like homecoming or like alumni weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's.
Did either one of them, Kaylee or Maddie, did you hear from like anything about Kaylee or Maddie like having a side piece or kind of doing their own thing, or like was any of that gossip like relayed to you, or did it ever happen?
No, and I don't like, even if something like that like did happen, I don't think. Oh, actually, no. I did hear that last spring break, Maddie kissed a boy on their like Mexico trip.
Okay. How'd that? I guess let's talk about that. Would you?
So it was Dylan told me, this was like last year though when it happened, that Maddie kissed a guy named
Connor
on that spring break trip, but I don't know if like Jay found out about it or not. But I just
did that lead to some drama?
Not that I know of. Like I didn't hear anything after that. She just told me that like, oh, like I heard that like Maddie kissed this guy like on their spring break trip in Mexico.
Who all like went on the spring break trip? Like, is that a whole sorority that went, or like a group of like 30 people, 10 people?
I think it was like a bigger group and like people from like different like fraternities and sororities like on our campus. Okay. I do know Beth was on that Mexico trip though.
Okay.
But was on that Mexico trip. Fraternities and sororities like on our campus. Okay. I do know Beth was on that Mexico trip though. Okay. But and then like was the one that she kissed, but I can't like exactly remember who was all on that trip.
How does he fit into knowing them? Is he in a sorority or fraternity?
He used to he's in the house, which is where Jay was in before he graduated.
Okay. Do you know him?
I like been around him a couple times last year, like at a party or something, but I never really like had like conversations with him. It was more like a hey and like give each other a hug kind of thing.
Okay.
Were they? So is
What? I don't really know him, but like when I would see him, I would say hey and give him a hug. Hugging people I don't fucking know, man. I'm trying to think of like bad gay baseball parties. Fuck no.
like friends?
Not doing it. I would think so. I'm not exactly sure because I mean they were in the same fraternity together, but I don't know like if I mean.
Well, you're assuming that they that he knows them through him. So I mean, obviously there must be some sort of friends or something.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
But you're not really. I'm sorry. I'm just.
No.
I'm
Yeah. Like I guess. Yeah. I'm not like 100% sure, but.
Understand. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that like a one-time thing, or did he kind of like keep trying to come back or come around the house or communicate, or would you even know?
I wouldn't know. I just heard that one thing, and then I never heard anything else after that. So.
Okay. What about Kaylee? I know she'd recently broken up. Was there, I guess, were you made aware of any, or did anyone tell you about her ever cheating on her boyfriend, or her going through a phase or doing her own thing for a little while?
No.
Okay. Did you know who she was? Didn't she start dating after she broke up with her ex?
Like dating a new guy?
Yeah. Or wasn't she hanging out with somebody? Was she? I shouldn't ask. Was she? Do you know if she was?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or I'm not sure. I wasn't very close with Kaylee, and like usually when I was over there, like there was multiple people there, so like I don't know if she was like specifically hanging out with one person.
Yeah. It's interesting, or it was coincidental because I was actually going to ask you about if something happened over Parents' Weekend that might have happened with your mom in the trailer. Did you hear about anything like somebody getting rowdy and like getting asked to leave?
It was her mom?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a guy, I mean he's my friend, but he was like really drunk and he was like kind of like saying stuff to like some of the other parents in the trailer, and then he went up to one of the moms and like not really like hit her hard, but like with an empty plastic water bottle and kind of like hit her on the top of the head.
Okay.
And then he was asked, like my mom like asked him to like.
And this was a student?
Yes.
What?
Okay.
Who was that?
It's
And was that like at a character for him, or like just?
I mean, he's usually kind of like an asshole, especially like when he's drunk. And like I know he's like gotten like kind of like physically like rowdy before. So I wouldn't say it's like out of the ordinary.
And were you there? Like you watched this happen or whatnot? Or
I watched him hit the mom in the head with the water bottle, but then I heard from like other people that like he was like kind of like saying like comments or something to the parents. But then like I was there, like I was watching like when my mom like asked him to leave and like he got out of the trailer and.
Okay, give us 1 sec.
Okay.
you want a bottle of water or soda or anything?
I have a bottle of water.
Yeah, let me see if I can track one down for you.
Another stellar job. These all suck. These all fucking suck. Yeah. There you go. What a day. What a day. All right. I think this is where we're going to end it for tonight. Again, just wild shit. Nobody knows when Ethan and Xana came home, and they're not even trying to figure that out. They're not even trying to figure that out. They said that they were trying to figure out when Ethan and Xana came home, and they don't even fucking say anything.
A bottle of water or soda?
And like he got out of the trailer and. From like other people that like he was like kind of like saying like comments or something to the parents. But then like I was there, like I was watching like when my mom like asked him to leave and like he got out of the trailer and.
Because he threw a water bottle? Because he threw a water bottle? No, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, okay, here, what questions would you ask her if you were a detective? Have you guys ever watched Vampire Diaries before? What episode were you guys watching? Do Dylan and Bethany scare really easily? Wouldn't you ask about their yeah, did you guys share a Snap? Nobody's asking any questions about Snapchat maps. Tell us where Xana and Ethan. Yeah, where were they? Did you see Kaylee on your way leaving? Yeah, well, they kind of talked about that with the cars. Well, what do you guys think? Does like if you were to describe Dylan or Bethany, like what, like honest, like are they pathological liars? Did your guys' friends share each other's passcodes for their phones? Would you guys like steal each other's phones and like take like, I don't know, titty dick pics and like asshole pics, and like so that way your friends like then they would see their phone the next day and change each other's backgrounds? I mean, what the fuck is going on? This guy's, how are these victims' parents okay with this? Yeah. 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 What cars were in the driveway when you left? How about this? Ask him, does Bethany drive? Does Dylan drive? How do they get around if they don't have cars? But we know that Bethany did have one. She got in a car accident. Maybe she'll start talking about that incident. You know, like, they suck. They're so fucking bad. So bad. No wonder why Idaho needs IGG. I told you guys, if you want a blowjob, go to Idaho. They will suck. You just drop your pants. Get your eagle on, girl. Did Murphy watch Vampire Diaries with them? Yeah. Where was Murphy? Good question. I like that. Do they give Murphy treats? Where are the treats located? Will Murphy sleep in like the bedrooms of any of the roommates? What else what would you ask her? What would you want to know? Oh, did they have any weapons? Did they ever carry like guns, mace, knives? I saw. How about nobody showing them all these crazy knives, and how about all these mask pictures and everyone doing the like freaky weird shit, like going around like, you know, wearing masks all the time. Did they watch on TV or phone? Yeah. I thought you just had popcorn. Now the bitch is like, I need a bagel. I'm just kidding. I think Wiggman. You guys, if they don't ask the questions, then I can't blame the interviewee. I have to blame the interviewer. Like, these people suck. Did anybody who made macaroni and cheese? Was that kitchen like a mess like that? Like, I mean, when you guys are making hey, do you guys use DoorDash? Why didn't you guys, if you were hungry, why didn't you DoorDash? Did Dylan or Bethany tell you that were they communicating with Ethan and Xana that night? Kaylee, Madison, like, remember, because I'll tell you this, right before the girls got home, Bethany saw that they were at the corner or the grub truck, and they were saying like, hey, bring me home mac and cheese. You know, why aren't you asking about the grub truck? And like, why aren't you asking about Eric fucking Gower? And does Dylan like know who he is? And aren't you asking if anybody's a lesbian? Why aren't you asking questions that are wild? Like, shake the tree, see if people like react weird. Like, does anybody have OnlyFans? Like, how do y'all make money? Does anybody have a job? You guys go out and buy all this alcohol. Who's paying for it? You know, do you guys touch your toes? Anybody a stripper? Do you guys have stripper nights at your own like parties? Like, if you pass out at parties, you like write like dicks on each other's faces. Like, what do you do? Wild shit. Have you ever been scared on campus? Have you were people getting, you know, minors in possession tickets? What were the house rules over here? Like, did they all have to take their shoes off when they came in? Did they have any house rules? Did anybody have an issue with anybody? Were there any fights within their housemates? Why didn't Bethany and Dylan live in the sorority house when they were supposed to their second year? They have to like give some really good excuse to get out of that. They both gave the excuse to get out of that. They both end up living at that house, and they're the only two survivors. Two people that should have been there probably, you know. Have you ever had sex with a cop? Do you ever party at Pullman? Do you ever go to WSU? You guys know anybody from WSU? Like, you have to ask questions to like get these people flowing. Like, You guys just do the same thing every fucking weekend. How boring is that? That's why, I mean, what a boring place. That's why I would never, I went to hell no. I'm not going to do the same thing every fucking weekend. That's how you get in trouble. That's when you have to do stupid stuff to like make yourself have a good time. And the stupid stuff is weird shit. That's what it looks like to me. You, like, go to a school where there's a city and you won't fucking be doing weird ass shit. How about asking them about like Emily and Hunter and Hunter Chapin? These people just didn't have Hunter Chapin's cell phone just broke in the middle of the night. Just, you know, what time would Xana normally come home? Like, you didn't even ask any questions about that. Did anybody? Who was the last person? Like, you didn't see Xana that night. Okay, well, who was Xana out with? She was just hanging out with all dudes, no girls. Is that typical of Xana? She's at the fraternity house. If the party's over at 1, okay. Why wouldn't you ask that question? If the party's over at 1 and you're still at the house until like almost 2, you would then know that Xana and Ethan, nobody came home and they weren't there when you got there, like before 1 o'clock. Was the door open? Was the door closed to that bedroom? Do you remember? Does Xana usually keep her door closed if she's home? If she's not home, it's just open. I mean, were all the lights on in the house? Why do you think that nobody else was home? We're trying to figure out where Xana and Ethan were. We're trying to figure out when they got home. Just pathetic. What made you take a video in the bathroom? Well, because you saw his clothes. Well, what was alarming about that? I would have if you came to my fucking house and took a video in college of my fucking bathroom because there was somebody's pants on the ground, like, I would be like, what are you doing? What are you taking it? What is this for? What's important about it? Very bizarre. I just know that's weird. Was it like out of the norm? I mean, that house was a disaster. So it's not like, oh, look at these pants. Like, there's fucking shit all over the place. Why were you zooming in on the Vampire Diary shit? Do any of them like embellish stories? Are you aware that have you heard where these people, so does Dylan and Bethany ever sleep together? Are they lesbians? You say that to one of these girls, they're gonna be like, huh? Come on, you guys are all in college. None of you guys are like kissing each other. You guys aren't like, I don't know, scissoring some nights. I mean, please. It was 2022. The stuff that they were doing. Come on now. Is Vampire Diaries code for anything? Who the fuck goes back on a Saturday night? Like, I'm not gonna walk 10 to 12 minutes to go to your house to watch Vampire Diaries. Are you out of your fucking mind? In college when I'm 20 years old, I'm not doing that. Why would I walk 10 or 12 minutes over to your house to do what? Just chill. I mean, it's about to be 1 o'clock. I'm just gonna go home. Do you feel like you were lured over there? When you're normally there, you said they play music. Where do they play where does the music usually get set up? Do you have to use a phone to play music? Okay, so do you know the do you know the Wi-Fi password to get onto their Wi-Fi? So have you ever gotten on before? So it would automatically just then put you on. How did you guys play the music? Was it from your phones on these big speakers? How was Kaylee dancing with the dog in the living room with no phone and no speaker? Well, she was using one in the kitchen. Again, no phone though. So how can you use one of those speakers without a phone? You can't. Ridiculous. What were the beer pong rules? Did you guys fill up your beer pong cups with water, beer? What you guys have a 2-ounce rule? What you guys have? What were the house rules here? Would the cups ever get filled up with liquid? I would never play fucking beer. Who plays beer pong with actually not anything in there? No, bitch. That's part of the game. You're gonna pour your beer in there and you're gonna drink it. Would they ever put the beer pong table down and fold it together if they weren't like using it? So if it's like popped up that was like it was actively being used. Okay. What did you name your Borg? I heard about this Rage and Borg shit. What's your Borg's name? You understand that she had like a Borg that night. Borgasm. Borgy. Schmorgy. What do you name your Borg? Like, come on. Just stupid. If you're in the house, can you hear people outside? If you're outside, can you hear people inside? When you were there, were any of the windows open? I don't know. They just left so many. It's like they were you guys trying to solve this case? They were not even trying to figure out where Ethan and Xana were. How about Dylan? Did Dylan's parents come down for parents weekend? Is Dylan close to any of her parents? You found out that she's, talking to her dad, or was that all hidden from people? Yeah, I would ask why it wasn't so that bottom room. It was just like so nobody lived there. Was there somebody supposed to live in there? Did you ever hear about an incident where the girls all grabbed golf clubs and like were like searching and hunting through the house? How about what have you heard? You're like best friends with all these girls and none of you guys are talking about the case. I don't believe it. Who should I talk to? Like, who do you guys think did this? I need to go find out who did this. Like, what are y'all talking about? You guys talked to this with your parents? What do your parents think? Wouldn't you want to talk to that woman's mom then? This woman's mom who kicked somebody out of a trailer? I don't know. Why was Kaylee Dylan's +1? She a lesbian? What? I'm being serious. I would ask it just like that. Does Dylan like chicks? Why'd she ask Kaylee to be a +1? Does Dylan, have you ever known Dylan to like sleepwalk? Have you ever known, so Dylan was up just texting all night, right? You guys all text at night? I would get her be like, why wouldn't Dylan bring her boyfriend to a formal? Have you ever heard her talk to Quinn? Are you sure that Quinn and her, is it a beard? Maybe Quinn's just, she just says that she has a boyfriend, but she really doesn't. Have you ever seen Dylan or Bethany get mad? Do any of you guys have any guns? Do you guys know how to shoot? Have you ever been to a range? Is Dylan colorblind? Does she usually wear glasses? How's her eyesight? Is Dylan obsessed with eyebrows? You see all her room. She's always like, is she like an artist? She's always drawing something. I mean, I would ask about the car thing all day. I'd ask about how they got around. If Dylan doesn't have a car and Bethany just wrecked her car, would they let the roommates let them use their cars? I mean, how did that work? I think this is horrible. I don't know what did you learn from this interview? What did you fucking learn from this interview? I didn't learn dick. So did I learn anything? Jack shit. I would have asked questions about the undercover cops too. You guys know there's like plainclothes officers walking around. There were undercover cops living at the end of Illinois. I don't know. How about Dylan's Pinterest? Dylan's Pinterest, her old Pinterest, has nothing but old knives saved. I mean, really, really weird. I learned Vampire Diaries is a movie. It's totally not. Anybody else? What'd you guys learn? I didn't learn anything. Oh yeah, I would have asked: do Dylan and Bethany pay cash, or do they have like a card? Do they use like a debit card? Do they pay cash for stuff? When you guys go and get your beer and who's buying the beer? How about that? Hey, I know that you guys are all under age, but how are you guys getting the beer? How are you buying your alcohol? Are you guys hanging out with older people? Don't worry, none of you guys are gonna get in trouble. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, nobody's asking about 4chan. This girl sounds like she's 4. and those investigators sound like they're 10. So, all right, guys, this was all fluff. This is Idaho. This is why they think Jennifer Drake is fucking innocent. Okay, because Jennifer Drake was begging to get her $1 million, and calls her life insurance policy provider before her husband's body was scraped off the floor. She's calling to get the $1 million policy, but nothing to see here in Idaho. That's fucking fine. Let's go for fucking people that are killing other people because of people stealing people's chiropractic patients. You guys, I can't make this shit up, man. God, Idaho State Police, fucking bunch of fucking doorknobs. All right, doorknobs. Doorknobs. It's bad. And now we have shit's coming out left and right in books. We got the defense going wild on their own experts. Bethany said she woke up after falling asleep to hearing what she felt was a firecracker go off. A firecracker. And she thought she saw a sparkler going off through the crack under her door. Bethany stated she did not know what happened. Either Bethany called Dylan or Dylan called Bethany. And Dylan stated that she thought she had just seen someone dressed in all black in the house. Bethany said Xana had been wearing all black. Dylan responded by saying she thought he had a ski mask on. Oh, wait, I take that back. I did learn something. I learned that Dylan lied. Dylan lied about the last time that she saw Xana. I take it back. That's the one thing I learned from this interview. And it was really important, but guess what? I had to put a lot of it together, so fuck them. They didn't. I would have gotten that myself. Let's see. Bethany said Xana had been wearing all black. Dylan responded by saying she thought he had a ski mask on. How did she know it was a he? You guys put a mask on, man. Bethany said she didn't really know what to say to what Dylan said. She just told her this guy. But she doesn't say anything about the screaming, doesn't say anything about somebody crying. You know, Bethany admitted both her and Dylan get scared easily. Bethany even thought maybe one of Ethan's frat brothers could have been playing a joke. Bethany told Dylan to come down to her room, and Dylan ran down to her room. Bethany tried calling Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan's phones, and nobody answered. Bethany said it was normal for Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan not to answer if they were sleeping if she called late at night. But Bethany never said that she looked at her phone and realized that she had a missed call from fucking Maddie. How about that? You guys do understand that. Bethany never revealed to the police that Maddie had called her and she had missed the call at 2:53. That's fucking wild to leave out. Oh, you know. Bethany looked at her phone and it showed Bethany called Dylan at 4:19 and at 4:20 Dylan called Bethany back. Yeah, but the first call y'all talked. During the call, Bethany asked Dylan if she heard a firecracker. And Dylan said she did. Did you hear that? Dylan said that she did hear the firecracker. Bethany could not recall if it was during this call where Dylan was talking about seeing someone in black walking in the house. Once Bethany and Dylan were in Bethany's room together, they continued to talk about what they heard and saw. Bethany told me that Dylan said the male in black was walking out the back door and they had made eye contact with each other. Bethany said Dylan said the male was white with a big nose and that he was possibly holding a small vacuum type object. Bethany and Dylan did not call 911 at the time because Bethany thought Dylan was imagining what she was talking about. Why the fuck would you imagine that? Bethany stated both her and Dylan were both still drunk and they were very groggy. No, they weren't. Nope, they weren't. What did you think about Ann Taylor's statement about Turvey? You probably talked about it earlier when I wasn't here. Well, I think they're trying to, Ann Taylor knows that there's this big leak investigation going on, and hey, I'm not releasing you until this leak investigation is over, okay? Because let's just say that she said that. Let's just say that that's one of the reasons, okay? Because they're trying to blame us, or we're not going to give them a reason to blame us. We know it was them, and it would be really beneficial for, you know, my client that that this investigation can reveal that it was them, you know? I mean, I think I would be kind of pissed if you recorded me, and I'm talking to my, expert here, and then he just like let people hear our conversation. Well, while we're in an NDA, like I don't know. I think that's kind of ballsy, don't you think? I don't know. What would you guys think if I had a conversation with Ann Taylor and Ann Taylor said, Lana, I would like to keep this off the record. So, and then I was just like, hey, fuck it, guys. Hey, guess what? Not only did I talk to Ann Taylor, but I recorded it and I'm going to play it for you guys because Idaho, both of us are one party. So we're fine. And so here you go. I mean, I don't know. I would expect that I would never be talking to Ann Taylor ever again, right? But one would have to ask me like why I'm doing it. Like why. I also think, let's say that you came across stuff. If you're an expert, right? Why wouldn't you hit Ann Taylor up and really like say like, here, I want to show you a bunch of things. Like, this is what we just found. We didn't even know that this existed. I get that y'all took this plea deal. Awesome, great. We just found this, but there's actually more because I had just talked to so-and-so. And so now I want to talk to you about this. There's a huge problem here. And the person that's talking to me is saying X, Y, and Z. And I don't know. That somebody's doing a book. And it's going to be outing stuff. Would you think that you would ask a question? Would you, if you were an expert, would you call up Ann and be like, hey, I just got, asked by somebody that's writing a book that I know, and I'm going to give them a statement, and this is what I'm going to tell them. I would ask Brent Turvey what can happen from if he believes that true justice hasn't happened and that there's another perpetrator no matter what, even if it's Brian Kohlberger, that there's still somebody else, right? By what he did, the question is how does it benefit either the client, okay, or how does it benefit, how are you going to go about it from this point? What can happen? What are the possible outcomes? So, I don't know. I think Ann Taylor was forced to say something because she basically had this. I personally think she had to say what she had to say because it's like you're condoning, what just happened there. And it looks like the way that they were going to make this all happen is that it looks like it's the Dateline leak. Do the math. When did Chris say he started working on his book? It doesn't look good for but you would go hard with the fact that Dateline had their shit way before, 11 months ago. I would think that Ann Taylor doesn't. Why would she have an NDA with them? And I get it during, the case, and but where this case ended up, why does Ann Taylor have a problem with it? Then I just wanted to say thank you for your research, and thank you. Thank you. You guys, it's clear as day that the leak is from the prosecution. Lana, how do you know it's clear as day? Let me tell you how I know it's clear as day. Okay. Well, first of all, Keith Morrison said it. Keith Morrison came out and said that we never talked to anybody from the defense. To this day, we've never talked to the defense team, any of their experts, nothing. Okay. And so he came out and said that. But Dateline has had things when January, they did their first one in like January, like 2023. They've always had stuff. Okay. And there's clearly somebody that's speaking. Steve has come out and said in the beginning that the prosecution had a leak. And they were going crazy. Him and Shannon Gray were going crazy about it. Like, Bill, shut your, like, something's happening over there. Ann Taylor didn't even have the material yet. People that was the media, they had more information than Ann Taylor did. Okay. And then these are the people then who would have gotten the discovery or whatever portions of it. You had all the law enforcement people that were working the case. This is why Howard Bloom's been so quiet, because he's part of this investigation, because Howard Bloom was given leaked material. But Howard Bloom wrote his book, okay? And when he was writing those air piece mail things, he had a source totally that was in Moscow, okay? He said he had seen all the police reports. There's been a leak from Jump. And that was before there was ever like, where's Ann Taylor at? That's before there was like arrests and shit. Or an arrest. Okay? And so how does Dateline, you think that Ann Taylor was like, yeah, let's get Brian Kohlberger's phone out there and all the contents, and let's get, you guys, who leaked the Linda Lane? We all got the Linda Lane cameras, right? We got, like, that came out when? Like, how the fuck did that get out there? Who put Linda Lane out? Why did they put Linda Lane out? Now let's talk about who the leak benefits. The leak benefited mainstream media railroading the fuck out of the defendant, painting this narrative that Bill Thompson wanted, which was past that PCA far and wide, right? That PCA is full of shit. That PCA is a lie. Is an absolute fucking lie. I'm going to go back and tell you guys, when they went to try to get Kaylee's Reddit on November 19th, you want to know what they were doing on November 19th? It was also the big day of like, hey, hit up WSU and ask them for these 8 different cars, and none of them were an Elantra. Hey, go ask, Idaho to run their aims and their tickets and see, who's in there and who's been getting tickets. November 19th, same day as that's happening, there was a search warrant for Kaylee's Reddit, but they held on to it and they did not serve it until later on in like the end of the month, beginning of December. How could you... These guys, look at what they're doing on November 19th. Why wouldn't you seek out anybody else's Reddit account? And who ends up having this Reddit account? And what do they put in the probable cause? This Reddit account of Brian Kohlberger's and the research questions. These people can all get fucked. Okay? Brian Kohlberger's name did not come from investigative genealogy. They hid behind it. They hid behind IgG. And I think it's obvious now more than ever. I think a confidential informant gave up the name. And I think that Brian Culver, if he's involved, then he's directly involved with the WSU / Moscow Police Department. And you're not going to get me off of that, because who were the first people to lie in a report? Moscow Police Department. Who was the second people? Jake Tisdall, Moscow Police Department. Who was driving around a white vehicle that night, making loops and lying about where the fuck they're going? Moscow Police Department. If it quacks, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Okay. Immediately, they were all in protect mode. Immediately. What is Blaker doing? Well, I took out my calendar to go back over what Blaker was doing. Blaker. Let me back up. Tyson Barrett on 11/19, same day as the Reddits, 11/19. I emailed this dude at the U of I Office of General Counsel requesting a list of vehicles with parking permits on campus or had been ticketed between 8/1/2022 and 11/13/2022. None of those vehicles were in Elantra. The request was made to assist investigators locate persons who owned vehicles of interest in the ongoing homicide investigation. On 12/8/2022, I received an email from this person that contained a spreadsheet showing U of I records for parking passes and parking tickets for any white Elantra. When did that change? Dating back to 2017. In this thing, it just skips over the fact that, well, I have no idea why anybody would send you anything on 12/8/2022 about Elantras when they weren't originally put in there when you were asking for them on 11/19. So what I put in for a request is to see Tyson Barrett's work product on the vehicles of interest, because the vehicles of interest that were sent to WSU on the same day, none of them were in Elantra. So that means between, and this is how they try to get around it because they're trying to hide when they knew about the Elantra. But if the way that he wrote this report, one could ask themselves if on 11/19, if IU actually had an Elantra on the list. But one would have to see the list. But if the list is the same that they gave WSU, an Elantra was not on it. So when did it get added? Because why are you getting on 12/8/2022, which we know you've determined that it was a white Elantra on 11/23. You find Kohlberger's car on 11/25, but on 11/21, Dawn Daniels gives out to the police department at WSU, here, this is everybody that's staying that's a grad student on WSU's campus. Why would you give that to the police department? Like, what? Is that normal? Why would the cops need a list of people that are staying on campus during Thanksgiving break? I think that's fucking weird. Why the hell would I want cops to know what the fuck I'm doing? Everybody can just royally get fucked. On 11/30/2022, I emailed this guy, Ken whatever, and requested the rosters for all of the fraternities and sororities on campus to assist investigators in this case. Remember when I was saying, like, you waited till then to ask for that? On 11/30, are you people high? On 12/8, I received an email from the same guy with spreadsheets containing the rosters for all Greek living groups for the fall. On 12/6/2022, this person sent an email back with spreadsheets containing the individual chapter rosters for each Greek organization. I forwarded the information to the investigation team. I just did a FOIA and said, I want to see the email. Tyson Barrett said that he forwarded the information to the investigation team. My only FOIA request, one piece of paper. That email and to see who this was sent to. Because he lists these people as the investigation team, and this is the question I've been asking, is who was the investigation team? So whatever this comes back, that's the answer. So we'll hopefully find out here soon. Next, on 12/2/2022, Tyson Barrett writes this in a report, and he is just listing all these things that he did. He doesn't make this report for 6 months to 7 months later to account for all this stuff, because Ann Taylor's putting in requests to them, like, where's all this, like, for discovery? But here on 12/2/2022, I received an email from Ken responding to a request from the FBI that contains spreadsheets detailing the following regarding the 6 occupants of the house of 11 on 11/23/2022. And I was like, you got the wrong date. Tyson Barrett, how do you have a typo of the day that the murders happened? He writes 11/23/2022 instead of 11/13. Now, listen to this. The FBI said that on 12/1/2022, he received an email from this Ken guy responding to a request from the FBI that contains spreadsheets with data relating to card swipe lock on the University of Idaho campus. It's exactly what I said I wanted. What date was this? Oh, yeah. In 2022, down on Main Street at 1:00 in the morning, a male in the parking lot was yelling at a female in a vehicle. Male has been asked to leave and has not. White woman, shaved head, silver jacket, 5'5", blue shirt, jeans. She's saying that he has something in his hand that looks like a knife. They just have a knife problem down there. Again, 2022, right after the homicides. There was in the parking lot at the ball field, a black Mercedes, looks like it's been in an accident. I was just going back through my shit. Then we went and checked out that was in Lewiston. I'm sorry. This was all in Lewiston. I'm sorry. Which was right after suspicious person circumstance. Same thing in Lewiston. Reopen the call. See comments below. Suspicious man behind the library in the parking lot wearing black t-shirt, headed west, standing near red car, waving hands around, walking aimlessly. He's fucking McMuffy. Nah. Yeah. And then this is what Blaker was up to. Blaker interviewed Bethany Funk, Emily Allant, JL, which would be Josie, and Lynn Beck. He did a walkthrough of the house at 5:07. At 9:30 p.m., Blaker at house, assisting search warrants, told MPD for Jay Waters to go with the bodies. From 11 a.m. to 3 on November 14th, Blaker at the scene with Vargas. Blaker interviewed somebody at 4 p.m. KF. Blaker interviewed Gower. And then Jack Showalter called the station at 10 p.m. Tuesday, November 15th, there is not a report that I can find Blaker doing anything. November 16th, Blaker, Dustin Blaker is in Nevada. So then I was like, okay, he probably, drove down to Boise so he could fly out on Wednesday. But so Dustin Blaker was in Nevada though on the 16th, so he had to fly on November 15th. So he should be making a report that he was driving to go, I don't know, to fucking Nevada, you would think. November 17th, Blaker interviewed Dylan, so then he got back on a plane the next day and flew from Nevada to Boise to interview Dylan with Gooch. Jack D was interviewed by ISP, and that's where they obtained his phone. Remember, also on November 16th, Showalter was interviewed right before the 3 p.m. First press conference that was televised. On November 18th, Blaker doesn't have anything that he did. November 19th, Blaker, let's see what Blaker's doing. Blaker is, November 19th. This is a big day. Immel was given the cameras from 1112, and he was like, sorry, we can't use that to identify any car. Sorry. And then Tyson Barrett gave MPD and campus, which I would assume was Elantras because that's what he got back. But I think that he wrote his report scandalous, so I don't think that it was Elantras. On November 19th, Blaker, no report. He doesn't attach it. He gets a vehicle list from MPD. Blaker was given some report on November 19th, and he said he took it straight to the feds, doesn't even know what it was about. That's report 223. A Payne report, WSU traffic stop. Blaker was given a thumb drive report, but he didn't report it. I'm telling you, if you're going to ask me when this case went fucking to the left, November 19th, November 18th, right there. Something happened on November 18th, in my opinion. November 20th, nothing. Monday, November 21st, Tyson Barrett is working with campus security footage. And he immediately sent it to the FBI. Again, these people act like they don't even look at it. Again, Immel was given videos. He couldn't do anything with it. Blaker then is off to Boise to the Idaho State Police Lab on November 21st. So he's driving back to Boise to drop off evidence. And then he's flying to Texas to take the profile with Matthew Gamet. And they fly to Texas. Blaker's all over. That's why I did this breakdown. November 22nd, Blaker dropped the vial at the Othram lab at 3 p.m. He flew back to Boise. Wednesday, November 23rd, FBI emails Paradise/1125 Ridge Road, Ed Jacobson. They're all emailing about using the Ridge Road cameras to identify that 401 vehicle. November 24th was the Thursday. That was Thanksgiving. He doesn't have anything that he did on that day. November 25th was the internal bolo. Blaker. They were seeking Pullman videos. Maria from the FBI worked with Blaker and Fletcher for the aims and tickets for the Elantras. So on November 25th, they were And that was done for 2011 to 2013 only. And yet somehow Pullman found Kohlberger's on the same day. But guess what? Pullman and WSU didn't get the email until November 27th. So explain to me how somebody from Pullman and somebody from WSU, cops, are looking for vehicles when they didn't even know to be looking for vehicles. Because it's all a lie. And if anybody puts this shit in chronological order and labels everything that everybody did and puts it on a map, it'll be very glaring. Like, if I tell you to go to the grocery store, right? And I tell you, hey, get a list and here it is, and you go to the grocery store and you go ahead and you bring it back. Well, how could you possibly bring back everything on my list 2 days before I ever gave you the list? Well, Moscow can do that. These guys are just finding cars and finding within 8 cars the killer. Within 8 Elantras, you found Brian Kohlberger. Unbelievable. I mean, these people need to go and play the lottery. November 26th was a Saturday. Blaker's doing something and being super secretive because he's saying, I don't know when I did this. This is just between November 25th and December 7th. And then just started listing in his reports. He would not give an exact date. He would just say early on in the investigation or between December 25th and December 7th. And then just list shit that he did. WSU thumb drive with WSU license plates. Report 213. He doesn't know what FBI agent he gave stuff to. It was a mystery for Blaker. Just everything's building a mystery. Doesn't have anything for the 27th of November. Nothing for the 28th. The 29th, Blaker tows or watches the cars get towed, all 4 cars. He took out ECU of Ethan's and Maddie's Vargas on the 30th. Vargas picked up a Pullman video from Chris Engel. Oh, and Blaker lied about when he started talking to Pullman Police Department. But thanks to Chris Engel writing a police report, we were able to figure that out. They just all lie. Who needs to write down police reports and when we did anything? All right, guys. Join me back tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm going to give you guys a 40-page preview of Cyre's book. See ya tomorrow. Peace out. Thank you, subscribers, members, lurkers, moderators. Shake your ass. Watch yourself.